From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Holiday season is finally here, y'all.
Oh, so pretty. Everybody is so nice. The holidays just bring out the best in everyone. I think we can all agree on that.
Mm-hmm. Amen. It's a real nice time when you get together with a family or even solo and put up the Christmas tree, put up the Christmas lights, decorate your home, right? Puts everyone into a great mood.
And it's emotional too, you know, because that sort of hour or however long it takes you to do the tree is like, it's emotional for people. It's like, you know, you can't get mad at that. That is what sort of love looks like for a lot of people. It's just that getting together on the right weekend. This past weekend is a legendary weekend for putting up the tree.
Mm-hmm. However, none of what you just said resonates with Damnit Maury and his husband, Damnit Matthew.
Oh.
Because it was just all chaos
Also,
in the condo.
An hour? Try 6.
So 6 hours.
That's just opening the box.
Is it because you're so small?
It was just like all chaos ensued from the time that the Christmas tree was brought up to the condo from the storage area. Tension
that's right.
was high. Tension was very high. Here's what happened.
No, don't you have to twist it onto this?
What?
Okay, well, try it that way then. Put it down.
I thought it has to fall. Oh my god, careful. You have to lift up, and I have a bad back already, so I don't want to be dealing with this.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna leave you here alone, and you can do by yourself.
You're scratching the wall. It has to go all the way into the hole.
Maury, we have to take it out. I think you're supposed to put this down and push it down.
Yeah, but I can't push it until you loosen that.
It is loose. There.
Now, but you have to tighten it?
Yeah, Maury, I have to tighten it. If you hold these branches up. Okay, we're getting a new tree next year. I don't give a about sentimental value.
Our memories are tied to this.
No, not anymore. I don't know if I'm going up or down. I hate this. I hate this tree.
Can you feel underneath? Is the tip through?
Yes, the tip is through.
Is it jiggly?
Okay, shut up. I don't give a about your stupid words.
Why'd you stop?
Because my back? Maybe we should have figured out which way is up and which way is down to screw it. Why don't you can screw it down then?
I'm holding this.
You don't need to hold it anymore. It's in.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it coming down through further.
Oh, guys.
This has to be in. I don't care if it falls over this year. We're getting a new one next year. You're rubbing it against my curtains. No, we have to fix the branches. Do you not know anything about fluffing? Get that out of there. It's in the back. I don't want that. Maury, you're going too fast. It's not right. Like instead of ribbon. No, we're not. But if we're not doing red, why are you putting that? You're dumb. Clearly, I married a dumb person.
Oh my!
Because I think something looks
But
good.
if I told you we're doing silver, whites, and metallics this year, why are you colorblind? Because now you're bringing red. If you don't take that ornament off the tree, I will smash it on the ground right now.
Why can't the pickle go in the front this year?
It has to go way in the back.
What's wrong with right here? It's at the back.
I want that in the back. I'm seeing a lot done. The theme this year is very subtle.
No, I like a full tree.
Did you put deodorant on today?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't want that. Thank
you told me the theme was silver.
The theme is, if we have it and owned it in the past year, I don't want it on the tree, really. I want, to put the new stuff that we bought. My God, we spent 2 years of putting away ornaments for this theme.
Why are you shoving me away?
I don't know what, that's not, this is a small, tiny ornament.
The turtle doves go on the tree.
Yes, but it would go up higher because it's small. It's not going to get lost in the bottom here.
Can you put the turtle doves on the tree?
There is a system to decorating the tree. Like, it doesn't just go on the tree. Like, you don't just randomly push shit on the tree. Like, that's not how
You
I
are
operate.
ruining Christmas.
Well, bah humbug. I don't care.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Is Matthew okay?
Oh,
He's got a bad back, clearly.
this may be the most aggressive tree trimming I've ever heard in my life.
Yo, my boy just texted me.
Yeah.
He goes, this is the most ridiculous thing the Damnits have ever done.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
We're getting so many texts on the Roz and Mocha text line. We just played for you what happened in the Damnits condo over the weekend. They were trying to put up the Christmas tree, and it was just all chaos.
And in case you missed it, we have was it a condensed version? Is that what you have? We can't play the whole thing again, but we put a condensed version together. And please remember again that this is in fact the Damnits putting up their Christmas tree.
Oh my God, careful. I have a bad back already, so I don't want to be dealing with this.
It has to go all the way into the hole.
Maury, we have to take it out. I think you're supposed to put this down and push it down.
Yeah, but I can't push it until you loosen that.
It is loose. I don't know if I'm going up or down.
Can you feel underneath? Is the tip through?
Yes, the tip is through.
Is it jiggly? Why'd you stop?
Because my back? Maybe we should have figured out which way is up and which way is down to screw it. Why don't you screw it down then?
I'm holding this.
You don't need to hold it anymore. It's in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel it coming down through further.
This has to be in. You're rubbing it against my curtains. Do you not know anything about fluffing? Get that out of there. Maury, you're going too fast. It's not right.
That may be the single greatest thing we've ever played on this
That's
show.
why they call him Speedy Gonzalez in the streets.
God, what their neighbors might say.
Get that out of there. Maury, you're going too fast. It's not right.
Matthew with the sore back, Maury rubbing it on the curtains.
Somebody just texted, I'm not familiar with Jewish traditions, but do they often put up Christmas trees like this? Can you please confirm that the Damnits actually love each other?
Oh.
Listen, man.
I
understand that.
Poor Maury. Matthew takes high maintenance to the next level.
Oh, my God.
Is Matthew ever happy?
Well, am I supposed to answer that?
Yeah.
No, Matthew is. I've seen Matthew happy before.
Maury, you're going too fast. It's not right.
Take your time, bro.
Slow down, more. Slow down. He's got a bad back.
Yeah, it's a special moment.
Oh my God, careful. I have a bad back already, so I don't want to be dealing with this.
It has to go all the way into the hole.
Maury, we have to take it out. I think you're supposed to put this down and push it down.
Yeah, but I can't push it until you loosen that.
It is loose. I don't know if I'm going up or down.
Can you feel underneath? Is the tip through?
Yes, the tip is through.
Is it jiggly? Why'd you stop?
Because my back? Maybe we should have figured out which way is up and which way is down to screw it. Why don't you screw it down then?
I'm holding this.
You don't need to hold it anymore. It's in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel it coming down through further.
This has to be in. You're rubbing it against my curtains. Do you not know anything about fluffing? Get that out of there. Maury, you're going too fast. It's not right.
Somebody just texted and said, I'm so glad you told us this was about putting up the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Helluva Story.
Katarina, hello. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We are doing great.
Katarina, where does your Helluva Story take place and when?
It takes place in Portugal in the Algarve in June 2017 when I got married.
Okay, so June 2017, this is the honeymoon?
Honeymoon, yes.
Oh, beautiful honeymoon. Sounds glorious.
Yes.
What happened? How could anything go wrong?
Oh, my goodness. No, it was great. We got there. Everything's feeling great. Then we're in the water, and we do a little hanky-panky, which probably shouldn't have done, but we did.
Wait a second. Whoa.
In the water, like in a pool, or in the water,
like in the sea?
In the ocean.
In the ocean, okay.
My husband couldn't keep his hands off me.
Hey.
So we were like swimming together, and he was holding me, and he couldn't.
Why not? It's your
control
honeymoon.
himself.
And how long were you guys in the water for then?
20 minutes.
Oh,
hey.
You guys are in the water, you do it, and then you go back home, and then what happened in the night?
I woke up with the UTI.
Oh, surprise.
Right. I'm like, okay, I wanted to get it treated right away because I didn't want it to ruin the rest of my honeymoon, obviously. So we just take a cab and we go to the public hospital there. Then they give me some medication, and then off we go.
Perfect.
So we get home at about 6 in the morning.
Okay.
I took the medication. It's like a powdered antibiotic that you put in your water.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked amazing. It worked better than any medication I've taken here. So probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we decide to get ready, and we wanted to go out for dinner, have some nice fresh seafood, have some wine, and then we were going to go to a bar and to go clubbing after.
Mm-hmm.
I dressed so well. I was wearing this cute blue top and these nice white jeans that I wore for the first time that evening.
And at this point, you're not feeling any side effects at all, or pain, discomfort from the UTI?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'm feeling great. It's
Perfect.
like I wasn't even sick.
Done.
These bars are like, they don't have a door at the front. They're kind of all just open, like right by the beach. So, we're drinking, and I'm not like belligerent. I'm just a little bit buzzed. I'm having a good time. We have a couple of shots. And then I have to pee. And then with a UTI, when you have to pee, it's like it comes right away. You don't have time. So, of course, I join the lineup to the girls' washroom, and there's a lineup. So I have to wait. I'm getting there, and now I'm starting to do like my pee-pee dance.
Yeah.
I'm shuffling here, and and then finally it's my turn. So I get in, I slam the door shut.
Yeah.
And when you get to the washroom, and it's like your body knows that you're there, and it starts kind of so I let out
happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
So I let out a little toot.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you
then
farted.
I'm going, yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull my pants down, and I myself.
Oh.
And you wear white pants and
you're
everything.
wearing white jeans.
My white pants.
I knew when you said earlier that you had to wear white, that you wore white jeans for the very first time, that something terrible was going to happen. Okay, so you sharded in white jeans in a public washroom in a bar.
Yes.
Okay.
In Portugal.
In Portugal.
In Portugal.
Okay, so
what do you even do at that point now?
Oh my God.
I was freaking out, obviously, because in the Algarve, it's very, like you either have soap in the washroom, but then there's no toilet seat, or there's like no toilet paper and there's a seat and there's soap. So it's very, so barely any toilet paper for me to use.
Yeah.
So I did my best to clean inside and but I'm wearing white. So I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to leave this bathroom? Like, what the heck am I going to do? And there's a lineup of women behind me that I know needs to use the washroom. So I have all this pressure on me.
Oh,
no. I'm freaking out. And there's no tall mirror, so I can't exactly see what it looks like from behind. So I pull up my pants and I'm taking my phone and I'm taking pictures of my butt just to see what I can see from the back. And thankfully, I have a bigger butt, so I was able to hide most of it.
No wonder your husband couldn't keep his hands off you in the ocean.
Okay.
But through the front, you can kind of see the mess.
Oh.
So I put my purse kind of like in front of me, and then I just prayed that no one was going to see me from behind. So I get out of the washroom and I walk quickly, and I see my poor husband. He's just sitting at the bar, and I go up to him and I said, "We have to go." And he looks at me and I said, "We need to go now." And he gets up without saying a word and follows me out.
Wow.
As soon as we leave, I said, "Babe, I myself." And he's like, "What?" Like, I don't know how it happened, but I myself. And he stops and he looks at my butt and he starts laughing. So I'm like, what are we going to do? Like, what the heck are we going to do? At this point, it's like 11:30 at night. I'm not going to go in a taxi to go back to the condo in my condition. So we're walking down these streets, and randomly there's a Nike store that's still open. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So we go into this Nike store, and I grab the first pair of shorts that I see, which are like extreme booty shorts with the word Portugal on the back.
Yeah. Yo, got to represent where you at.
Right? And then we're walking through a bunch of little alleyways on the street, And then I'm like, I can't go in the cab. I need to change. Like, I need to get out of these pants. So in an alley, I just took off my pants. I cleaned up myself a little bit, and I put those booty shorts on, and I left those pants on the floor, and I said goodbye to them forever. And then because all of the commotion was over, we're sitting in the back of the cab, and he leans over and he whispers to me, you know, we haven't even been married for 2 weeks, and you're ready to yourself.
Oh, wow. Oh, come on. I don't know. Do we apply? I guess. I mean, he was a real one up until that point, right?
Yeah, you have to say it.
Wow.
So actually, when I got home and the next day I went to take that second pouch of antibiotics, I translated the side effects. Like, I can read a little bit of Portuguese, but I'm not fluent in it.
Yeah.
And it said, do not mix with alcohol or diarrhea can occur.
Oh, there it is.
And guess what? You mix with alcohol and diarrhea occurred.
Absolutely.
Katarina, that is one hell of a story. Thank you so much, girl.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, after so long, it was nice to see the Toronto Santa Claus Parade return to the streets yesterday. 118th annual. Streets were lined up.
A lot of years, man.
It was freezing out there, but everyone
Roz, take
waited
us back to the first one.
For God's sakes.
Did they have the upside down clowns back then?
Did the suits get dirty from like walking on dirt roads?
Was it in black and white?
David Morey was out there at the Santa Claus Parade talking to kids. This is always fun.
Zara, Santa is on his way.
I'm really excited.
How are you going to make sure that you get his attention?
I'm going to scream, Santa!
Maybe you want to say something to him as well?
Santa, give me presents!
Wow, demanding.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
All I want for Christmas is you.
The Mariah Carey song? All right, can we sing that together?
All I want for Christmas is you.
What is cooler, meeting Santa today or Justin Bieber?
Santa.
Okay, Santa or Shawn Mendes?
Who is Shawn Mendes?
Yeah. How would you sneak into Santa's workshop without getting caught to see what you were going to be getting this year for Christmas?
So I get to the North Pole and put on my elf costume and then go in and start working and check the list of what I'm going to be getting. And once I figure it out, just run.
How are you motivating Santa? Give him a piece of motivation.
Santa, you got this, and don't give up because you're making all the kids in the world happy. And if you fail, everyone will be sad and no one will really care about you anymore.
After an entire day of going around the entire world, describe the smell of Santa's feet.
Like cookie crumble, but like really old, stale cookie, and a little bit of ash from the chimney, and pine needles from the Christmas tree.
That actually doesn't sound that bad.
All mixed together and then kind of molded together. It actually smells very bad.
How are you going to sneak into Santa's workshop without anyone seeing you or getting caught to see what you're going to get this year for Christmas?
To be honest, I feel like I'm pretty short or short enough to become an elf because they're probably like immortal. So I could just put on some fake elf ears, elf outfit, which I think is pretty cute in my opinion. Then I could just sneak in and see what see what they're making.
Now, Santa goes around the world in one day, okay? That's a lot of work. Describe the smell of Santa's feet after that whole day.
Probably a mixture of cabbage rotting in July and cat poop.
Okay, I need you to give a little bit of motivation to Santa to get through Christmas, okay?
You can do it. Flying is insane. You have magic.
Yeah.
You are cool.
That's right. Yes.
That's all I could really think of.
Give Santa a little bit of motivation to get through Christmas.
Santa, you get cookies. Who doesn't like cookies? And you get milk.
That's right.
I love milk. And you get to ride reindeers. I don't get to see reindeers, and that's so cool.
Facts.
And you got elves to help you. So I think that it's really cool that you just get to fly around, dropping presents, and getting cookies. Free cookies. Don't let us down. Get me my presents, please.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I started getting a ton of messages over the last couple of days because there's a big group of people that give us credit for being the ones that first alerted them to the way that Camila Cabello says Christmas in her rendition of I'll Be Home for Christmas, because that was last year, if you remember, but it's really taking off this year, which is wild. Like, I guess this is the year that like TikTok discovered it, and it's sort of really making a comeback.
Last year was only on Apple.
So if you remember when she did the I'll Be Home for Christmas, Camila Cabello's thing was she said Christmas, right?
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me.
Yeah. So,
but it's weird because later on in the song, she actually says Christmas.
And then she goes back to screwing it up
And then
again.
she goes back later on to Christmas.
Which, because I think that this was cobbled together from different takes of the track or whatever.
So what's going on now? Like
so
everyone's-
Camila Cabello is finally coming around to goofing on herself. So she posted a skit on her socials where it's Camila Cabello talking to Camila Cabello, right? Like split screen, getting ready to do the record for I'll Be Home for Christmas. So it's Camila Cabello talking to Camila Cabello.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're just going to practice some phrasing, okay? So repeat after me. I'll be home for Christmas. All right, you try. I'll be home for Christmas. Try again. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. 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 It's going to be great.
Okay, so she's
That's
finally
good.
coming around
That's
to it.
so good. I love it.
Good to have that.
Can we just applaud the fact that she embraced that?
Yeah, it took a while. But yes, you have to. I don't think you have any other choice, really. I think that you have to do exactly what she did. It was weird, though, that it happened a year later. Like, it's weird that it's this
Because as I
holiday
was saying,
season.
last year it was only available on an Apple special.
But
now
Amazon,
it's released. Amazon.
But we
sorry.
all knew. Everybody knew and heard it.
Sure,
Like,
but I
it
guess
was
then
big.
it came out wide release.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Vanessa, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey.
Okay, Vanessa is in Ottawa and texted in and said she considers herself to be whiter than male.
Okay.
And had proper Indian food for the very first time last month.
What did you have?
Chicken jalfrezi. I if I pronounce that right, I'm so sorry. But oh my god, that was like the best ever. Just the right amount of spice, and I've always been a little bit picky about texture.
Yo, you got to talk directly into your phone. We can barely hear you.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yes, yo, Roz, listen.
No, you listen. Use your phone right.
There's a weird echo.
You don't have to
It
talk
sounds
to
like
your
you're in the
phone. It's
bathroom.
Okay, so back to the Indian food.
Vanessa.
Oh my God.
Yo, forget it. Yeah.
Do you think she's going to pick up?
No.
I don't think so either. I think we're going to voicemail.
How about oh.
What's that?
Vanessa.
Yo.
What the hell is going on?
What is the matter? What's happening in your world right now?
There's like this weird echo. You're in Ottawa. It sounds like you're in the bathroom. You're disconnecting from us.
You're rude.
Yo, whoa. I thought you guys hung up on me.
No!
Why would we hang up on you?
on us?
Oh my God. This is
What
just
a
like
mess. This is the messiest conversation I've ever had.
Bear chaos. I'm just trying to find out from you about the Indian food that you ate last night or last month.
So it was chicken jalfrezi.
Yeah.
I don't know if I pronounced that right. Some type of soup. But then I had roti for the first time.
Hey! And?
Oh, I made sure to take that and wrap it in the chicken jalfrezi with the rice and everything. And I just
So you had never had any of that stuff before, right?
Never.
Oh, okay. What prompted you to want to try?
It was actually my girlfriend's birthday, and then she has this Indian she loves, and she lets me only get on special occasions. So
Your phone cut out just now. Do you mean to say Indian restaurant? Because all it sounded to us was like she has this Indian that she loves.
No, it was her birthday last month.
Okay,
and
but I just need to confirm. You said Indian restaurant, right?
No, she got Indian food.
Okay.
Special occasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this phone call did
Do you
not
guys
go.
talk? Do you guys talk on the? Do you talk on the phone often with your girlfriend or no?
No, because I live with her.
Do you talk on the phone with anybody else?
At work, but I have my work phone.
Yeah, I would use that. I would use that
Yeah,
one.
give us your work number next
Yeah.
time to call you. This just horrible.
Yeah.
Just horrible. Vanessa, we're happy as a white girl in Ottawa that you enjoyed your Indian food experience. We're happy you enjoyed the roti. It was wonderful talking to you. Despite the echo.
I'm so sorry.
And I don't know what's going on with your phone.
I am so sorry.
But out there in Ottawa, before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Hold on a second. You just roasted the hell out of Roz, though.
Oh.
And he's still your favorite?
I love her.
No.
Oh my god.
No. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up because that's the way you want it. And
No, your phone was cutting out again, and you have a terrible telephone. Oh my god, did we just lose her again?
No.
You're so bad.
Vanessa, if you can still hear us, we love you. Enjoy the upside down. Thank you very much.
Yo, Mocha.
What?
Pants down. Roz is my favorite.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'll just text her because my phone sucks.
I didn't even hear what you just said, but thanks. All right, peace out. Say what's up to Vecna. Later.
Okay, bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Christina, hello. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What in your life needs fixing?
Why do you guys go so fast?
Why do guys ghost so fast? Christina, you wrote us this. So I met a guy from Bumble, went on a few dates. The one date we went on, we ended up spending the whole day together. He told me he was starting to really like me. I was starting to feel it too. Going on and on about how I'm the girl you marry and how much we get along. He invited me over the next day and he cooked me dinner. I ended up staying the night. He then basically started acting more distant, but said it was work, and now he's ghosted me. So how long were you guys together for? How many dates did you go on?
4.
4 dates. Over the course of how long? Like a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Girl, how old are you?
27.
Okay.
Sorry to tell you, Christina, but you're not the first, you're not the last. This is the game that the guy plays, I'm sure, with women all the time.
Did he tell you that you were the kind of girl that you marry before or after you had sex?
Before.
Before. And did he tell it to you again after or no?
No.
No. Yeah. No.
This is a game that he plays.
Yeah. So to answer your question, why do guys go so fast is we are, and you are, living in a time of being single, and I still have a difficult time wrapping my head around it. And the problem, especially with guys, also women, but especially with guys, is they have too many options. They have limitless options. And that has never happened in the history of the world before, where a guy, this jabroni would have to fight to get you over to his house years ago. He'd have to get like butterflies in his stomach and he'd get all nervous and try and figure out what he's going to say and all this stuff. Now it's a game, right? And it's a game you play like Bumble and Tinder, like they're games. And that's what you're involved in right now.
Yeah.
That's the game that he plays. Now, you haven't reached out to him at all, have you? Since?
No, not since.
No, okay,
not
yeah.
Since he didn't message me back.
Limitless options is such a dangerous thing for young men. It's so, I don't know. And I don't know how you sort of carve a path through that. I really don't. It's so, it is it's mind blowing to me how someone like you, what are you going to do? What are your options? How do you figure this out when every time you log on to something like Bumble or Tinder, you're just part of that game.
Mm-hmm.
You are not marrying material. You are just another option.
And the thing that sucks is that you don't know, you're going to be so skeptical now on those apps. You don't know if and when a person's going to play that game. Because the next person you meet may be actually quality material, someone that you could build something with, but you'll be a little bit more skeptical and maybe not want to meet up with them, or maybe not want to go on like a second date with them, or maybe not believe in any of the words that they say, because there are too many people on those apps who are just like that guy that ghosted you, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks. I know it sucks. And I feel bad that you had to go through that experience. But unfortunately, in your situation, you are probably one of many that this guy has pulled the exact same stunt on.
I know.
Right?
But it goes both ways. I wrote a line in my book because I felt this way forever, which is having a one-night stand feels awesome. Being a one-night stand feels bloody horrible.
Yeah. Especially when you don't know.
It's true, because I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know.
And
You
probably
didn't know
caught
which side of
feelings,
that you were on.
Super quick, right? Here's this guy, he's into you, he's making you dinner, he's inviting you over, he's saying all the things, right? You have a great, passionate night, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gameplay. So what are you going to do?
Honestly, I'm taking a break from dating right now. I just need to, I think, focus on me, because dating is rough right now.
Yeah, but have you deleted the apps, or have you stopped?
I did.
Yeah, okay. Good.
So what is the game? Like he makes you feel real good about yourself, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Makes you feel like high value, high class, like all this other stuff, right? Like, oh my God, you were so different from everybody else.
Exactly that.
I was almost ready to give up on these apps until I met you.
All the classic lines. Now, had you been on dates like prior to going on this one with him?
Here and there, but nothing that really goes past the first date.
All right. And what do your girlfriends saying when you tell them about this guy?
They said that he's a loser and to move on.
Yeah.
Mediocre guys with infinite options is like, that's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
There's no happiness in that world.
You need better in your life, Christina, and I think you know that.
I do. Thank you.
All right, girl. Keep your head up, okay?
Get back on Bumble.
Thank you.
I'm joking.
I don't know.
No, don't go to the cloud and download it again.
Get back on Bumble. The next one's going to be the one.
No.
The next one's the one.
Absolutely
I
not.
guarantee it.
Christina, you do you. You're great. You're wonderful, and you're going to find someone that respects you.
Thank you so much.
All right, girl. Send you lots of love.
Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Got another slow-mo podcast submission
to
share with everyone. Roz, honestly, bro, you need to watch what you say on the show. You'll know in a second. You'll find out. And this was actually from a recent episode of the podcast.
Because normally people go back to the archives, right?
Yeah. But this was so important that someone had to go only a few episodes back. 483. So this was just last month.
Oh.
Okay. Shout out to Noel Santiago, who listens to the Roz and Mocha show religiously.
Okay.
And always submits for Slow-Mo Podcast, which, by the way, is when you listen to our podcast at half speed, some of the conversations, we just sound like we're drunk, right?
Very drunk.
And especially when we have like the super ridiculous conversations.
Okay.
It sounds even weirder. So this was you, Roz, talking about your discomfort when you went for your birthday massage with your fiance.
Oh, no.
Okay?
Yeah.
And just like how...
A foot massage.
And how,
right?
and they were just going a little too rough with you, and it was just very uncomfortable. Okay. So at half speed, it sounds like this.
Where I think that it is the whole purpose of it is to not say you're going too hard. I feel that the purpose of these things is to take it as hard as they can give it. Because otherwise, what are you doing there? Right?
Hey.
Shut up. I've said this before, right? It's a very weird thing because you can't ask for it because I will be looked at as a perv. But somebody, for the love of God, please open a place where I can go and get a massage. where it is tickles, right? You tickle my back. You give me just like a light little rubbing.
Oh, God.
You don't need to fight me. Just for the love of God, open a place where I can just go and relax.
So, if there is a moment on our podcast
Still true, though.
Sounds like you enjoyed it.
No.
There's a moment on the podcast that you find when you listen to it at half speed. It sounds like that. We're wasted, especially the crazy, ridiculous convos.
I told Catherine last week that my foot was still sore.
Oh, no.
Oh,
From a month ago?
Bro, the look of disappointment in her face at me was
Why
just...
would you tell her that? She spent money on your birthday.
I know, but it was like, I thought she threw money away is what she did.
By the way, shout out to Noel Santiago for sending in that slow-mo podcast submission. Appreciate it. Anyone else, feel free to go through the podcast. Find moments like that so we can share with everybody else.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
New Year's Eve on CNN is going to look a little different this year.
They're not, because it's usually Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen getting hammered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I love it.
Well, that's it. Last year was the last year for it.
No, really?
Yeah. The new network CEO and chairman of CNN had a town hall this week and told everyone working on the New Year's Eve show, on and off the air, no drinks allowed.
Really?
So then was it Anderson Cooper and Andy
Don
Cohen?
Lemon?
Did they dump? Like, did they leave if there's no drinks?
No.
I think there's.
no,
are they
they're
still
just-
doing
they're still
it? But
hosting,
they're not going to be hammered.
But it's because of Anderson Cooper, and if you remember Don Lemon, he always gets super lit on New
does.
Year's Eve, right?
Well, also-
Didn't he get his ear pierced like last year or 2 years ago?
but also that's so great, man. You get so drunk on television, you start piercing things. God damn, that's funny.
Did he kiss somebody?
Yeah,
Last year he was also twerking.
Yeah, but Andy is Andy Cohen, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Andy Cohen. See, the problem is that he got a little belligerent. Other years it was just fun.
Yeah.
But if you remember last year, like he started crapping on all the other networks that were doing other shows behind them that were too loud, and the bands that they had booked. Like one band, like one of the networks booked Journey, and he was going off on CNN that was a fake Journey because it didn't have Steve Perry singing, and like he got really dark. Like Andy Cohen got real ugly on that stage.
So this new CEO over at CNN implied in this town hall that the sight of Anderson Cooper battling uncontrollable laughter, or even seeing somebody like Don Lemon, right, getting his ears pierced and like twerking and just being drunk, resulted in a loss of, quote, respectability among viewers.
I disagree.
And hurt CNN's credibility as a whole.
I disagree.
I'm with Maury. I
People
disagree.
tweet. I always read the tweets about, and the people are saying people love that show.
The problem is that they do these polls, right? And it's not the people on Twitter that matter. The reaction on Twitter is not what CNN bases decisions on. And I was shocked at first, the first time it happened, that I was watching people who work for CNN get hammered on TV and do really foolish things, and not just tipsy, but hammered.
Oh yeah, drunk.
Like not like cheers, drunk.
Yeah,
like
you're getting crunk on the news station.
Yes, right, like drunk. I found it odd, and I thought that it was a weird thing to allow them to do, just because news is always so tight ass about everything.
Yes.
But no, it's not surprising.
But that's why
at
I love
all.
this, is because I'm seeing a news person be themselves.
Yeah, but
it didn't bother me. I'm with more. I quite enjoyed it.
I don't think that you're a regular CNN watcher, though.
No, I'm not.
Well, there you go, right?
I'm not there watching the...
So you only want to see Anderson. You will only watch Anderson Cooper when he's drunk. They don't want you.
Yeah, I watch CNN like every now and then.
Yes.
If
but I'm
Anderson
not there
Cooper was
watching...
drunk every day doing the news, I would watch that.
Oh, no, that I wouldn't.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, it's Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
It's Matthew. How are you?
Good. What's going on, Matthew?
So Roz wrote Mocha a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. I was talking about things were not going so well, and I read Roz's book, and I became a Leaf season ticket member.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Right.
And the one thing I forgot to mention at that time, because there's a lot of things going, is that it was only for $56 that I was able to achieve being a Leaf season ticket member. And I had gone through my life, a lot of people saying that I was very lucky, and I was very fortunate for it, but a lot of people said many different concepts of luck. And luck is like, you know, you got horseshoes, or, you know, some other people have said that luck is just preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah.
I watched Ted Lasso recently, and he said, you know, the harder you work, the luckier you get. And then I read your book, Ross, about how, if I paraphrase correctly, that when everybody has luck, and then that luck gets transferred to somebody else when it runs out, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
You were more eloquent, Ross, when you were describing it. But
Yes.
it really kind of, again, introduced a new concept of luck to me, because I was just kind of like, like that's a very different way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So then around the time that I got the season tickets, people were just like, oh, you're so lucky and all this stuff. And again, I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy for that.
And again, you got Leafs seasons tickets for $56?
Correct. And then a couple days later, after I called in that day to talk about your book and everything, I ended up getting called for Needy versus Greedy.
Okay.
Needy or Greedy, yeah.
And that particular night, I had guessed a certain number, and that number was $9.25.
Right. $925 for the Needy or Greedy game we played, yeah.
Yep. And a couple of days later, I had shortened the range, and the person that had won it that night won it at $9.26.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the next day, after we had talked in the morning, Roz and Mocha, and in the early morning, at the very end, I had switched back to the station because I had a shower, came back out, and I was listening, and this comment made me laugh so hard, Ross, because he said, you know who's really pissed off the person who won $926 on Thursday night was the guy that guessed 925 2 nights ago.
And that's you.
That was me. And so that just made me laugh. But number one, I was just more than happy and genuinely happy for those two people, because the mother and son, they won it.
Yeah.
But then I thought about your book, and I said, look, there's a moment there that I had luck. I got season tickets well bigger than anything than 925. But it transferred to them.
To just quickly explain, so what I said in the book was that I'm not a religious person, and I don't believe in any of that stuff, and I don't believe in fate, but I do believe in luck. And I believe that there is a finite amount of luck that just sort of travels in the world. And some days you have it, and some days you don't. And when you have it, you owe it to yourself to maximize your luck. But you can't hang on to it longer than you deserve it, because we're all going to have lucky days, and we're all going to have unlucky days. And when you're having an unlucky day, that means it's moved on to somebody else, and the only thing you can do is hope that they use it to their advantage. And then it'll always come back, because yes, your luck always changes, right? And so that's my sort of philosophy with luck, because that's how it's been for me my whole life. And I like to live that way, because it allows me to celebrate, because for a lot of years in my life, the thing that I could not do is I couldn't celebrate anybody else's good fortune, because I was so completely jealous and competitive and everything else. But as soon as I put it in the sort of mind that it will always come back, and it's going to come back, then I became a person who can celebrate the achievements of other people. And I feel I'm a much better person living that way. So yes, I use luck as that sort of metaphor, but it was a sort of way to get me to be a better person.
Hey, Matthew, question. How did you get Leafs season tickets for $56?
So have you ever heard of something called Razzle?
Called what?
Razzle, like Razzall, or Razzle.
No.
So basically, somebody has an item, like Leafs season tickets, they posted it for a certain amount of money. And that money value was, let's say, $20,000. And you could buy it for $20,000. Or what you could do is that you could buy one spot for $56 times 400, and out of 425 spots. So that would equal the amount. All the spots got purchased. Mine got selected.
Oh.
So just a straight up raffle.
The advertising in the company, they like to say it's not a raffle, it's a razzle.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Overall, it's an interesting company, and I got season tickets for it. But just that concept that you were talking about, Ross, in that book, about that concept.
Yeah.
I just had to tell you about it, because there I win, season tickets, and I get on 92. I got Needy versus Greedy. I guess 925, and I'm $1 away. But those two people that won it, I was so happy for them, because it was a genuine moment between the mom and the son. And so that I felt was just like your book perfectly explained it in that concept. So I thought I'd just talk to you
You're the
about
best,
it.
man. I really
That is
appreciate
awesome, Matthew.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for calling in.
My pleasure. Have a great day, guys. Take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year where we give a shout out and show love to our neighbors to the south.
Oh, yeah.
All y'all down there in the U.S. celebrating Thanksgiving.
But look at here. Look. I got beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, raw, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram.
So it is Thanksgiving in the U.S. Oh, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, creams, potatoes, creams, potatoes,
beans. Oh, so good. So we have to revisit a classic.
I love this
moment. I love this in U.S. history.
Yup.
A classic moment. I don't know if you've heard this before, Deepa, but there's a video that went viral years ago, and we love playing it every year during U.S. Thanksgiving long weekend here on the Roz and Mocha Show. But it took place in Florida, and this family got together for Thanksgiving dinner, and there was one family member who was in charge of making the mac and cheese as a side dish. And if you know anything about U.S. Thanksgiving or how important mac and cheese is to a meal, then you'll understand the frustration in this auntie's voice and her demeanor when she is yelling, I believe, at her own daughter. Right? Because the daughter wanted to mess around with the recipe and add in an ingredient that she found, like she read it online and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna try this out," right? And stuck like mayonnaise in the mac and cheese.
No! Oh God!
Right?
Bad idea.
And
Why
Aunt
would
was
you do that?
Not having it, and blew up in front of everyone at the table.
Since you up the macaroni and cheese, you're cleaning up all this by yourself. Junior, Dejana, nor me are gonna help you clean up. We told you don't put that in the macaroni and cheese, but you insist on putting it. So since you want to do things your damn way, we gonna do it our way. We getting ready to go upstairs and go to sleep while you clean up all this for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you, but guess what? This ain't fair that we couldn't even get a decent thing of macaroni and cheese. We got to wait to go back to Goose for Auntie Karen to make us some damn macaroni and damn cheese. Because you decided to do some bull you done seen off the damn internet. Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving. You experiment by your damn self.
With cream cheese before.
Hell, don't try it with us. We don't want that shit. Auntie Karen gave you the damn recipe, but you chose to do on your own.
Yeah, it was cream cheese that she
Cream
put
cheese,
in.
not mayo. Yeah,
cream cheese.
had her on the show last year.
Yeah, it was cream cheese.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Auntie Karen gave you the recipe.
Junior and Deshaun. Everybody's gonna go take a nap.
Oh man.
Guess what?
Yeah, we're going on.
Yeah.
Junior and Deshaun probably didn't even want to go to bed at the time.
No.
But guess what?
Yes.
She said you're going to bed, so you're going to bed.
When your mom's that mad, you do what she says.
Man.
Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lady Gaga's getting trolled on social.
For what?
For faking a boomerang.
What?
So she posted this thing where she was like promoting her House Labs cosmetic brand.
Yeah.
And she like recorded herself like putting her hair behind her ear and then like just kept replaying that over and over again.
Yeah.
So it looked like a boomerang, right?
Okay, sure.
But it wasn't a boomerang because like the shots didn't match.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like super confused as to whether this was a deliberate or she thinks that this is what boomerangs are.
Well, maybe she needed a longer clip because boomerangs are super short.
No, it is super short. It's a very short clip, and it just repeats, but it's not the same thing that repeats. Like
It's just a weird edit.
It's and the Boomerang logo isn't on there. So somebody had said, I wonder if the reason I'm getting to this is because I read my favorite comment of all time for this. So I'll get to that in a second.
Yes, please.
Somebody had said, I wonder if she's being her genius campy self, or if she actually thinks that this is what people do when they post boomerangs. And then we get to this comment, who someone said it perfectly. They said that Lady Gaga is putting the boomer in Boomerang.
How many likes did that get?
I don't know how to do
Also,
a boomerang.
to correct you, the Boomerang logo is not on Boomerangs
I don't
if you
know.
do
I
it
don't
through
know, man.
Instagram.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
teaching
know.
you.
I've never done a boomerang. I don't know how to do
you
it.
said the Boomerang logo. So
I'm saying what people are saying.
But
that
therefore, I'm allowed to say it. So because you yourself are a boomer.
Listen, I don't know how to do a boomerang.
You are now in the same lane as Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
I didn't want you to
I don't
tell
know how
the
to do a
story
boomerang.
about Lady Gaga, and then we're talking about Lady Gaga not knowing a boomerang.
No. I'm just saying. No, like
you were going to say you don't know what a boomerang is.
I have
What?
no idea what a boomerang. No. I know.
Come
No,
on.
I've seen a boomerang before.
Okay.
I've seen a boomerang.
So you know what it is.
I recognize a boomerang when I see
So
one.
you know what it is.
I saw the Lady Gaga one, thought it was a boomerang until people started telling me I was wrong.
Okay. So you know what it is.
Yes, I do.
I don't need to ask you what you think it is.
No, but you can ask him, does he know how to do one?
No, I have no idea.
He already
how
said
to
he
do
doesn't
one.
know how to
I
do
have
one.
no idea how to do
you know where to
boomerang.
find it if
No.
you wanted to do
Hell no. I don't even know. Is it its own platform? And then you just post it somewhere?
No, on Instagram, if you go to the camera, it's there.
I have no idea. No
You
idea.
should start doing boomerangs.
I've never done a boomerang before.
You need to up your
Never.
boomerang skills.
Do I?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Every
What do
day,
you
just
do?
do
What do you
boomerangs.
use them for? What does somebody do a boomerang
Let's just say
for?
you were cooking something and you're sautéing onions, right? And you filmed you saw it like cooking. It'll just repeat the same thing over and over again, like of a quick flip.
How boring do you think I am?
Okay, so do it if you shake your butt.
Shake my butt?
No, to be fair, your best boomerang would probably be like an eye roll.
An eye roll.
yeah,
Yes.
ready?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
No, don't film me. Don't boomerang me. That's rude.
Roz,
I don't
keep your feet
participate.
up. Ready?
No, I don't participate in your. No, don't put me
Come
in
on,
your thing.
please,
No,
please.
absolutely
One
not.
eye roll. What do you think
we're
It's
gonna do
so
with the
rude.
video? It's
It's
just to
so
show
rude to
you.
film somebody else and use me as your boomerang.
Just film him and you'll
Find
see
a
his
new
lips
puppet,
flapping.
Geppetto. I'm not your guy. Okay. Right?
What
I'm,
are you
I'm
so
not your
scared of
guy.
this? This is
no.
not a scary-
Listen, I don't want to do it. I don't want
Why?
to do. I don't like it. I don't want to do this.
What if
I don't
we
want to
just
be.
do it anyway?
No,
It's too
stop
late.
it, all of you. I don't want to be part of anybody's thing.
Wow, you
Okay.
are like a statue.
Yeah,
Right?
there's
Legit.
no effect.
Like,
No.
I just did a boomerang of you.
It's like when Mocha tries to put filters on me and none of them work.
Oh my God, that's so
I
funny.
look completely normal. I'm like a vampire, right? Like I
Yeah.
have no reflection.
Yeah.
Like I don't. And don't sneak your phone. I'm sitting here.
Can you do your own boomerang?
No,
then?
I'm not going to do a boomerang. This is not what this was supposed to be about.
Oh,
Please,
there we
He's
go.
gonna go
listen.
home and
Just
practice.
stop it. You think I'm going to go home and practice, Deepa?
On your toilet, I 100%
On
think
my toilet?
Yeah,
I don't want to see a boomerang of that.
Maybe that's what my boomerangs will be.
Nah,
Maybe
dude.
I'm going to do like an art project where I'm going to only do a series of boomerangs on my toilet. Like
Yeah.
the toilet paper going up and down
exactly.
real quick,
I
right?
gave you a great idea for your social.
Just me lifting my right hip up,
Yeah.
right? Over and over again.
Wiggling your toes.
Wiggling my toes.
Right?
Yes.
So now you're
Shifting
gonna
your
do
legs
it?
around.
The cat sleeping on my lap,
Yeah.
looking up at me, looking down, looking up, looking down.
Yeah.
Sounds
right?
like you're excited.
Right? No, I'm not going to do that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
James Vanderbeek, a.k.a. Dawson.
Who's that? Oh, Dawson. Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Dawson's Creek.
I always felt that guy's head was too big for his body, you know?
Really?
I get that a lot too. People say I have a giant
I was
skull.
just going to say.
Yeah.
So,
Like him, though. He's great.
He's awesome.
What's he doing now?
He's awesome. Just stuff. He's got 6 kids.
6?
Yeah. And his kids are now, the older ones are of the age where they are now discovering all the memes about
The crying one? Please tell me the crying one.
So he was saying did this interview with People Magazine, and he said for some online learning we got them iPads, and they immediately discovered memes.
No.
So it started. My eldest sent me a meme of myself. It was the one of him like dancing, right?
No.
But the most famous Dawson's Creek meme is when he's crying,
Yep.
right?
Oh, it's such a good cry
From the
face,
season
though.
finale of season 3. So his eldest found that one and now hits him with it like all the time.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
Can you imagine? Like
No.
that took place 20 years ago, right? And then obviously in the past little bit, the popularity of memes.
And not only that,
your kid discovered, and it's in the universe forever. But so as a father, you can't do anything in that home without getting hit with the crying face.
But it's the context, right? Like 20 years ago when he was doing Dawson's Creek, right? That day on set, he felt so like everybody associated with that production told him that he nailed it, right? Like that was a great piece,
amazing scene
of art.
James,
Like,
he killed it,
oh
dude.
my God, the authenticity was so real. The fans are gonna love this. Like his memory of that day was nothing but pride.
Yes,
right, nothing but pride.
Killed that scene.
Yes, I nailed it.
Yeah, people are gonna freak out when they watch the season 3 finale.
Thank you. And what it's become
is your kids hitting you with a meme, your own meme.
Yes.
Like,
It has become something so different.
And there's no defense for it. You can't say anything.
No.
To anyone that hits you with the meme about yourself.
He went to his kid and goes, listen, okay, it's all fun and games and everything else. And I get that the world works and things change and all this stuff and everything. You know, I'm glad I'm still relevant. But you have to understand that, let me tell you about that day on set. That day on set, I sat alone and I thought all the things that are going to put me into that headspace. And I'm just going to run through a few of those. Remember Grandma? Remember her? I thought about her not being around. I thought all this stuff. It really put me in that headspace. He's going to sit down and have that conversation with his kid. He's going to walk out of the room. One of the kids is going to send it to him.
Yeah.
Right? That's going to happen.
Yeah. In your face, James.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Celebrate the fact it's going to be 7 degrees today.
Come on.
Sun cloud mix. Feels like -6 right now. So
I am
Perfect patio weather for Canada.
A-okay with that.
go Canada, go.
Okay.
2 o'clock Eastern versus Belgium.
Yeah.
Big screen set up at Cafe Diplomatico.
Mm-hmm. It's a big day.
They got screen set up all over the city, right?
But
They
there's
got-
no viewing party yet announced for Toronto where there is for other parts of the GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vaughan got one.
Because normally,
Richmond Hill, Brampton got one. I
Because
think
normally World
Mississauga.
Cup's in the summer, right? Yeah. Like it's just easy. It's easy to get everybody outside, but you're like, who the hell wants
Why
to
not
sit
play it on the big
outside?
screen at the outside the Scotiabank Arena?
Because I don't know. I don't know why, man. It's not up to me.
They're busy.
Yeah.
They got other things.
Yeah, you think like I schedule that? I'd be playing like old episodes of The Office on that 24/7.
Oh, man.
Right?
So good.
Yeah.
Bro, I would be in front of Scotiabank Arena
all the time.
Every single
Yes.
day. Every single day.
Yes.
Hoping that I see the cold open of hardcore parkour.
You think there's a remote for that screen?
There should be. We watched The Office the other night. We watched the dinner party episode again.
Oh my
the other
God.
night.
The
God, I can never get tired of that episode.
That's my favorite
never.
episode.
Yeah.
I can never ever get tired of the dinner party episode.
Did you know that when that episode was written, NBC had actually turned it down?
Really?
And said that they didn't think that the audience would be into watching an episode of The Office where all the characters were not in the office.
Oh, what?
So the intro started them in the office, right?
Yeah.
When Michael's walking around to Jim, it's like, yo, Jim, what are you doing tonight? And Jim's like, nothing. And then he trolls him basically and traps him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm having a dinner party. You and Pam should come, should come over,
Yeah.
right? So NBC did not want it. And then the showrunners were like, let us at least film it.
Huh?
And even after filming it, I think they did, if I'm not mistaken, they did very little rewrites for that episode.
Really?
Like they did the script.
Yeah.
So basically what we see on the episode, which is now classic, is like a first run of the script. It was very minor changes.
Every time I watch that episode, I find something new. And it's wild. Like even now, I've seen it 100 times. Like I find new stuff to laugh at. Like when we watched it the other night, all the stuff that I normally laugh at, I still laughed at. But I laughed harder at the fact when Michael's giving them the sort of grand tour of the house and they get to the bedroom and he shows them where he sleeps because Jan has sleep issues. So Michael has to sleep on like the tiny little bench at the foot of the bed.
Yeah, he just curls up.
And everybody's horrified.
Yeah. It's so good.
Most of that episode was actually improvised.
Was it really?
Yeah. Most of it was
But
improvised.
can you say that about a lot of the episodes? Like, I assume they improvise a lot of stuff on The Office.
Yeah, a lot of stuff they kind of let them kind of freestyle.
Jan's candle room.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's like everything in that episode. Michael dipping, like I forgot the fact that Michael dips his steak into his wine because he has soft teeth.
Hello?
Right?
Mocha, tell me right now, have you ever dipped your steak in wine because of The Office?
Never.
Not even once?
Never.
There's so in that episode, there's so many good parts, man.
The other thing with that episode, right, is when it was scheduled to be shot, they rushed to shoot that episode. It almost didn't get shot because it was during the time that they were going to do the writer's strike in Hollywood. And when everything shut down.
Really?
And because so many of the writers on the show are also acting on the show.
That's right.
They rushed to get the script done, film it, and have it ready to go. And then, boom, writer's strike happened.
But if a lot of it's improvised, then one could argue that you could still film it without a script.
But a lot of people, that was a tough thing when the writer's strike happened, though.
Yeah.
But like you still need it. You still need it written. But they invited. Remember what was the exact reason that Dwight wasn't allowed? Because
he didn't have a plus one.
But there wasn't enough food, and he didn't have
enough wine glasses.
Enough wine. So he brought his own cutlery wine glasses and his childhood babysitter.
So good. Anyway, if Scotiabank Arena wants to show old episodes of The Office
down there all the time.
every day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Christy, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We are good. Why don't you tell everyone why you're here today?
How can someone not want to tell their family about me?
Oh, okay. You wrote us this. Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. My baby daddy and his family don't want to tell their father that we exist, and my son is 1 year old now. Ooh. Every time I bring this up, he gets angry about it, then blames me for everything. Why are they hiding us like that? Okay, so hold on here. So let's go through this. So you and your fella, are you guys married?
No.
How long you been together?
We're not together anymore, but we were together for roughly 3.5 years.
Okay, so then you guys had a kid, and did you break up before the kid or after the kid?
It was on and off, really.
Okay,
but when was it official that it was off?
I would say when my son was like 3 months.
Okay, and so the problem is that your baby daddy won't tell his father about you and the kid?
Yeah.
But the rest of his family knows?
Yeah, the siblings.
Okay. Oh, what about the mom? Is the mom in the picture?
No, she doesn't know either.
Okay, now did both parents know that the two of y'all were dating?
No.
They didn't know that you guys were dating at all for 3 years?
No.
Do they know about you?
No idea.
So, but does he live at home?
Yeah, no, he doesn't live with his family. He lives on his own.
So why do you think he has not told his parents about your relationship or the kid?
Honestly, I'm not too sure because sometimes I'm given the impression that maybe he has another family somewhere back home. Or he just, I don't know, cultural reasons, religious reasons.
What's the culture and religion?
So you're supposed to be married before you have a child. So basically, my child's out of wedlock. So.
Okay.
But what's the cultural difference? Like, what's their
like,
nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm mixed, and he's like Middle Eastern.
Okay.
Like, you're mixed with Middle Eastern or no? Completely different.
Yeah. I'm mixed with Middle Eastern as well.
Okay. And so you think that it's going to do damage to his relationship with his family if he lets them know that he has a kid out of wedlock?
Yeah, basically. I think that would be like disowning him.
Is he in your child's life?
Yeah, every now and then, yeah.
Like, what do you mean every now and then? What does that mean?
Really on and off, depends on his mood.
Does he pay like child support and all that stuff?
Yeah, every now and then too.
Okay,
Oh,
you got to sort this out,
Damn,
girl. Right? Like I think that he's trying to pretend that none of this happened.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, no, not think. This is exactly what's happening.
He hopes that you just go away. He has to do what he should be doing right now, and his parents may not like it, but he had a kid. They're grandparents, and he's got to settle that up. He can't just pretend that it's all going to go away, because it's not going to go away. And if he doesn't want to be a part of your life or the kid's life, he still has obligations that he has to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do everything in your power to make sure that happens. You can't be like, oh, cultural differences, sorry. Like, no, you have a child now. He has a child now. He doesn't have to be around and be a great dad, but he's got to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it can't just be a whenever he feels like it thing.
Right.
I don't know. I think this is a much bigger issue where you're going to have to get a lawyer involved. Because I don't think, based on everything that you're telling us right now, that this guy, even after a conversation with him to explain everything in detail, I still don't think that he is going to come forward and say, yes, I'm going to do the right thing.
No. I think probably one of the reasons that he is afraid to tell his parents is because I think that maybe maybe they disown him, right? Or maybe they force him to do the right thing, and he doesn't want to do that either.
What would they force him to do? It would be the same thing the courts would tell him to do, right?
Yeah, but he can avoid it because you may not be putting that kind of pressure on him.
Oh,
but his parents will.
Okay.
Do you think that you guys broke up? Just because he didn't want to be a dad?
Maybe not.
Yeah, he's hoping you guys go away.
Yeah. Did he say that to you?
Honestly, now that I think of it, there's been times where he, like, when he would be upset about it, if I did confront him about this, he'll be like, oh, I never asked to be a dad and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, guess what?
Girl.
That's probably why.
Guess what?
Yeah. So no, no good is going to come from this.
Yes. Yeah.
Your question is, why are they hiding us like that?
Yeah. So
you have the answer, and I think, lawyer up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just make it official. Make it official. Listen, he can deal with his mom and dad, right? That's his problem. He's got to deal with that on his own. But you need to make sure that everything is taken care of for the kid, whether he wants to be there or not.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. That's some really good stuff.
All right, Christy.
Thanks, Christy.
Thanks. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I watched the game. Did anybody else's game screw up? I was watching on TSN. I missed the goal because the game started over.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean it started over?
So it didn't
they all left the pitch and was like,
no,
redo?
No. So I'm watching the game, right? And it was at 36 minutes or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Mm-hmm. It was still 0-0.
Yeah, it was 0-0. And then I was just sitting there and I was on my computer, and then I heard the commentators say something that I thought I heard them say 10 minutes earlier. And then I looked at the television and I was watching the game from 10 minutes ago, and this lasted 5 minutes, and then the screen glitched and it went back to live and it was 1-0.
No, that's your Wi-Fi.
Bruh, you
It was
glitching.
fine for me.
Oh, that's a replay.
Was that fine? Everything was it was 10 minutes of the game.
No, that's you glitching.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
it's
I was
or
I've
it's
seen
a
that happen
glitch.
before on other shows.
I was
I've watched.
Glitch in the Matrix, the simulation that we're all living in.
Yes, I was pissed. I missed the goal.
Aliens are doing something up there.
I know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Controlling Earth like this.
But what a crusher, huh?
Yeah, if you missed the goal, if you missed the goal.
This one is played downfield. It's a chance to Batshuayi! And Belgium take the lead inside the final 2 minutes of the first half. For all of Canada's pressure, Belgium in the end go direct. From back to front so quickly, and Canada triumph.
Even the penalty kick couldn't help us.
No, that was a disaster too. But it's crazy, and I'm not a big football fan, but from what I saw, they were whooping ass out there.
Played well.
They just didn't win.
Yeah.
Right? Like whooping ass out
Listen,
there.
you're playing number 2 in the world, right?
Yeah, soccer's exhausting to watch. No commercial breaks, huh?
Can I just say, I think the goal should be smaller.
Why?
Like, I think this one man is protecting such a huge hole.
Yeah, they do though. They're great at it.
Oh, I know, but I just think it should be smaller.
No, man, you got to keep it that size.
Agreed.
Yeah, but no, it's
Man, you're really sad today, huh?
What's that? No, I'm not. I'm not sad. I'm just like it's like watching soccer is exhausting, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. There's no breaks. You can't go pee.
Well, you can.
What do you mean? No, the game doesn't stop.
No, I
There's
know.
no commercials.
Sure. But you are free to get up and leave. Like,
but I'm just saying, it's very difficult. Everything else in the world you watch.
Yeah, no,
every
I know.
other sport.
There's some sort of a break.
Try being on the field. I'm sure it's more exhausting. for
Hello,
them.
it's called a pitch.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on, get it right, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you
honestly,
can't talk football and like.
Hey, at least I saw the
Canada's
goal.
like in the World Cup and everything like that. Field. Like that's where like
amateur.
They're not farming out there, man. It's called a pitch. No, it was good though. I love that. I just love the sound of the crowd though.
Oh my God, so loud.
It's like nothing else because it's constant, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just never ending, and it's so wild when you listen.
There's
never a lull. It is just this constant like hum of like, I don't know how many people are in there, 80,000 people or something like that, 60, 70,000 people.
Or are they
in
all
there?
like miserable, like because there's no beer?
No, they were still humming though. Still humming. I didn't see one Budweiser advertisement on that pitch either.
Yeah.
Right?
They
Nothing.
can't.
Oof,
They
geez,
can't.
Man. That's rough.
But Canada on Sunday morning is the next time we play. That's going to be against Croatia. Go Canada, go!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I read that, or actually I heard. Let me find this clip here. Jay Leno. So you remember after
Got his face all burned up.
the car fire? He was working on a car. It was like 2 weeks ago, and then gasoline sprayed on his face, on the left side of his face.
Yeah.
And lit on fire.
Yeah. I just saw a picture of him the other day. He looks great.
Bro, so listen to this. So paparazzi catches up with him, right? He's about to go into his gated community.
Because the story was that he set his face on fire.
Yes.
And then he released a statement being like, I'm just off my feet for a little bit. I just need a week to recoup.
Yeah.
And we were like, bro, your face was on fire.
Yeah. But now, like paparazzi catching up with him, he looks fine.
Yeah.
He's driving his car.
Yeah.
He's going home.
Yeah.
But there's two things. Number one, he talks about he's still performing this weekend.
That's crazy.
He's doing a show on Sunday.
Old
right?
comics are wild, man.
Yeah, he's still doing a show.
Doesn't matter what happens.
But there's this awkward moment, okay, where the paparazzi are talking to him, and this is before he goes into his gated community.
Okay.
So he stops, he's talking to the paparazzi, and then he has to inch up to the gate and then use like his fob to hit the button, right. For the gate, and then wait for the gate to open. So there's this long period of time after he answers the initial question where paparazzi are like trying to come up with things to talk to him about before he leaves their vicinity.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
Everything's okay.
You gonna be performing very soon?
Yeah, I'll be performing Sunday at Comedy Magic Club.
Okay, good.
See you then.
We'll see you then. Take care. Be safe.
Thanks, officer. For sure.
Go home, Jay. Go get some sleep. Get some sleep.
Yeah, I need barbecue.
Okay, so after he says, I need barbecue, he's rolling up to the gate, and he still hasn't taken out the key fob yet, okay?
Well, it's a good thing you weren't by yourself, right?
So at this point, he's got the key fob, and he's now waiting for the gate to open.
Take care, Jay.
Happy holidays.
He's still waiting.
What year is this Benzo? 2002.
It's probably the newest car you own, right?
The gate still hasn't opened.
Thank you.
This awkward conversation. You know what that's like? The sort of real world civilian feeling of you going up to your gated community and waiting for the gate to open while there's paparazzi there. And like, what do? Do you just keep talking?
Yeah.
So the real world sort of scenario where you get that same feeling, you know, when you're on an elevator, right? And there's one person on there with you and they start a conversation, right? And then the elevator stops and you realize, oh, we're both getting off at the same floor. Oh, and we're both going the same way. Oh, look, we both walk at the same pace.
Yeah.
Do you keep the conversation going?
Or do you
does
just-
the conversation stop when you walk off the elevator and then you just sort of walk beside each other in silence? Or if you're like me, you will walk the opposite way or forget you found something or go
Yeah.
into a bathroom or something
Grab
to
your
let
phone.
grab my phone. But I think that's rude, right?
Yeah.
So like you're having a conversation with somebody and then you're like, okay, this is going to end. Ding, conversation over. But you both get out, you both turn left and you're like, oh my God.
I think the easiest thing to do in that situation is find the washroom. Go to the washroom.
I know, but that's so like, God, like how weak are you? You can't walk beside somebody and have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like
it happened to me the other day. It
happens to me every day. How did
we
you get out
turned
of
the
it?
corner and no, but the funny part is we were both going the same way. Turns out they are unlocking the door across the hall from me. And I'm like, oh, when did you move in? And they were like, oh, we've lived here 10 years.
Yeah.
And I had no idea they were across the hall.
You haven't seen the person who lives across the hall from you in 10 years?
Never met them in my life.
How does that even happen?
Different schedules. I'm like, I had no, and Matthew has seen them. I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's wild. But yeah, no, we're so awkward with things. Like we can't sustain a conversation for 2 minutes.
No.
Right? Without running out of things to say.
Yeah.
It's really wild.
Yeah. So when you get off that
Right?
elevator,
Yeah.
either ignore and go on your phone, or I think easiest thing to do is find the bathroom.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to play you guys this new song that's making waves. Making waves across Canada because the song is called Canada.
Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Written and performed
by
a Nigerian artist.
Tune.
Named Loj.
All right.
So before I play the song, I got to read some of the lyrics, and because of the accent, it might be a little bit difficult to understand. Because when you watch the music video on YouTube, he has like the captions that are on the screen as well, right?
Yeah.
But the song is called Canada, and the song he's basically like flexing to this girl about how much money he has, right?
Yeah.
I can get you all this stuff, right? It'll be like living in Canada. Your mans can't do you like this. I could I have enough money, I can even like take you to Ottawa.
Wow.
Okay,
How extravagant.
And in the music video,
Yeah.
right, he's driving this old ass van, okay?
Yeah.
And it's green screen, okay?
Yeah.
So some of the imagery in the back is like the CN Tower during the summertime, right?
Okay.
CN Tower in Toronto during the summertime. And then like in the winter, it's got like a winter Tim Hortons.
Okay. So is this a Nigerian living in Nigeria or is this a Nigerian living in Canada?
No, he's a Nigerian living in Nigeria.
Oh,
yeah.
More lit.
Okay.
And the song is called Canada.
So
and
why
he's
did
flexing.
he pick Canada?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he came here one time and was like, this place is amazing.
I could be a king there kind
Right?
of thing? Yeah.
So,
okay.
like, in the song, which I'll play for you in a sec, some of the lyrics are, if she see the envelope of money and she ain't looking for no lover boy abroad, she only need a visa to Canada.
All right.
All right. And then again, the imagery, there's like a Tim Hortons and then like the CN
Like,
Tower.
is this on his, like, for his Bumble?
No, this is a music video for his actual song.
No, I mean, like, is he trying to, like, find a woman on a...
I don't know.
I think he just tried to write a banger.
Yeah. There's another part of the song where he says, girl, I spray the money double, double.
Oh.
And then you see the Tim Hortons in the background.
Why? How does he know so much about Canada?
Like I said, he probably came here once. I'm like, fell in love with the country.
You got a Canadian shorty, Ross.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
And in the song, telling her that despite how many guys are calling out for her, none of them have the money to fly her out to Ottawa.
Okay.
Okay. This is Loj from Nigeria with his song called Canada. Okay. Afro beats here for you.
I like that. You know me.
Nice voice.
If you're eating, they won't pull. Tell us, spread the money, double.
See? Spray the money double, double.
Told me if she fit the and feel up on money. And she ain't looking for no love for boy, bro. She only need that big back to Canada. Canada, nada. Canada, Canada, yeah. Canada, nada. Canada, Canada, nada. Canada, nada. Canada, Canada, yeah. Canada, nada. Higher. La vida loca, la passion. No, you got on your private number.
Okay, here's the Ottawa line. Listen.
They ain't trying to fly you to Ottawa. No money, money, money. Ooh, now only my jeans. I got your landlord feeling my jeans. Oh no, if she only 19.
This is so weird, dude.
No, it's good though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is Lo J.
Yeah.
He's from Nigeria. His new song is called Canada.
No, Canada.
Yeah.
Canada. Nada, nada. Ah, yeah, nada.
Is this good, though?
It's catchy.
Is it good?
I think it's
I'm
a
willing
jam.
to bet you're going to sing this later today.
I can guarantee you I will not.
Yeah, I probably he ain't singing this song.
I can guarantee you I will not. Is it a good song, Shem?
I agree with Maury. It's catchy. It's
What
catchy.
part of it is catchy, though?
This part right here, right here, right here.
Shem, do you also agree with Maury that
Hold on,
Roz will
wait,
sing it
wait,
later?
Right there.
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canada, nada.
Hey, hey.
Canada. Canada, nada. Canada. Canada, nada, nada. There you go.
Maybe. All right. I like it. Okay, you guys convinced me.
song called Canada.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, it's Ron Zamoka.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Ugo.
Ugo. Yo, we talked to you before, right?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I remember you. What's going on?
Good. Just going to work right now with my mom.
Uh-huh. Hi, Mom.
Hi. We
What's-
listen daily. Like every single morning, we're always blasting Kiss 92.5.
Oh, love it. Well, now that you have us and you got a hold of us, what do you want to say?
We just want to say how much that we love the Canada song. Like, we're Nigerian.
Yeah.
And vibing, I'm bumping to it the entire time. And honestly, Afrobeats is really taking, like, the world to a next level. Like, African artists, they're putting us on a map. Like, we have Burna Boy, we have Wizkid. Now, this upcoming artist, like, we're literally going by storm. And because, like, we live in Canada, Canada is so diverse, and there's a large population of Nigerians and also Africans that we are all influenced by. Like, you hear Afrobeats, like, in the club, at parties. It's all there. So this is really, really good. It was really nice to hear.
Oh, I love that you guys loved it. Well, you can go. I'm sure he'd appreciate if you got the download like on Spotify or like on Apple Music if you start streaming the song.
Of course. Do you listen to Afrobeats? Are you bumping Afrobeats?
You know what? Only if it ever pops. Like, I don't go searching for it. Only if it ever pops up, like, on a playlist.
Well, you should go searching.
There you go. Well, thank you guys very much for listening. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Won't you ask us who's our favorite?
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Mom, we'll start with you. Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz!
Thank you.
Okay. And Ugo, what about you? Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha, come on.
Hey! Love you guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm wearing a turtleneck for the weather that Mocha's talking about.
Jesus.
Check the weather app, bro.
Is it turtleneck weather? Is it, though? It's in the pluses, though.
I think it's turtleneck. My neck was cold last night walking the dog.
I don't know if it's turtleneck weather, though. No. I don't think so. I think you do your coat up all the way when you're outside.
Sure.
Right? Maybe.
I was trying
Maybe
to like dress business casual for a meeting.
Well, you look like a...
What meeting do you have?
Well, yeah.
A meeting with the boss.
Oh.
But you meet with our boss like almost every day.
Yeah.
And you just dress normal.
Matthew said, oh, you do? You should dress nice.
Oh.
That's nice?
Do you have a jacket to go over that so you look like a college professor?
He told me just to wear this.
Oh, no. You should never wear just the turtleneck.
Yeah.
What Steve Jobs did.
What pants are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing my dark jeans, like my fancy jeans.
And what about shoes?
And I'm wearing my like runners, like actual shoelaces.
Oh, yeah, no, you shouldn't
Oh,
wear
fancy.
it. No, you should never wear just a turtleneck.
But people have in history.
Nah. Yeah, it never looks good though. Just a turtleneck.
Okay, so now it's turtleneck and winter coat.
No. Well, no, you can't do that.
No,
yes, I mean, yes. Sorry, Mocha. I blew it. I'm sorry, man.
Come on.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
You have to now. If you don't have like a sports coat here, right?
You sit at the table with your winter
You have
coat
to have
on?
your jacket on. Yeah.
So it looks like you're always ready to flee.
Yeah, or at least cut the sleeves off it.
Okay.
Oh, better idea.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not cutting these off. I got this jacket in an insurance claim.
No, I mean the turtleneck.
Oh, wait, and make it a dickie?
Yeah, no, just the sleeves. Like make it like a like an undershirt, but with a turtleneck.
Turtle vest.
Right? Yeah, like something like that.
Or
Like, that's
just cut
kinda
the
cool.
neck off.
Just cut the neck off. Yeah, why don't you just turn it into a regular shirt right now?
Should have just worn a shirt.
I know, and then he's going to complain about being cold all morning, and
Yeah,
it's going
oh,
to be
guys,
a whole
my
thing.
neck's
Guys,
so cold.
guys.
My neck is freezing.
Guys,
today.
I always assume you're hiding hickeys if I see a guy in a turtleneck. You know what I mean? Because it's never been cold enough for a turtleneck.
I've never had a hickey.
No.
Also, not it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Melissa, hello. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're just doing darn tootin' good. Yeehaw! Melissa.
Wow.
Melissa's in Texas.
Oh,
that's how everyone talks in Texas, right?
Not really, but sure.
Oh.
You mean if you want that fantasy, I mean you can keep it.
Go
that's for
Cowboys!
sure.
Yeehaw!
Well, actually, I'm in Houston, so it would be the Texans.
Go Texans! Yeehaw!
There you go.
Melissa, before we continue our conversation, are you cool if I read this note that you sent in to us?
Of course, yeah.
This is actually directed at you, Roz.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Hey, Roz, my name is Melissa, and I live in Texas. I just finished your book, and I'm very glad that I got to read it. I have to admit, it was a little tough getting through the parts about your dad dying. I cried in some parts and laughed in many. Once I got to 1984, I had to read it all at once. I've only started listening to your podcast this year. It's funny because I lived in Canada most of my life, and I never heard you guys on the radio, even though my friend Tara insisted I listen.
Smart woman.
I moved to Texas almost 7 years ago, and just now I finally did it, and I heard your show, and I laugh every single time. I'm up to date with the podcast from March, and also went back to the very first episode, and right now I'm on episode 35. I love listening to the stories you tell in your book and on the radio too. Thank you for sharing all the sides of you, and also thank you, Mocha, Shem, Maury, and Deepa, for making me laugh every time I'm working, or when I'm in the car, or when I'm getting ready. I love you guys. I also wanted to congratulate you and Catherine. Your love is very beautiful. I'm happy that you found your love. It really is the most beautiful and necessary thing in life."
Wow, that is a really beautiful letter. Thank you, Melissa.
Oh, my pleasure.
No, that's really great. We love talking to people who listen to the show from all over the world. It's kind of awesome. You know, I've been getting the messages from this guy in Iran.
Oh, wow.
And they're shutting down Wi-Fi and everything else because there's so much going on over there right now. And he's just like giving me updates because he lives for the podcast. And he had he's like downloading them all, like not even streaming, like downloading them all. Yeah. So Melissa, it's really great to talk to you. Just to know that, you know, as far away as Texas, that there's people that enjoy this show. How did you get the book in Texas?
Well, I got it on ebook, like on.
Okay, super easy. Yeah.
But I was looking, and you can actually like order it from Target. It's just they don't have it in the store, but you can get it mailed from Target.
So how much they selling my book at Target?
I have no idea, but I'm sure it's cheaper than in Canada.
It better not be.
Even with inflation?
Better not. I know. Listen. It costs half the price to go to a Burger King in Texas than it does in Toronto. So I can only imagine what they're charging for books down there.
Hey, Melissa,
it costs half of everything.
Yes, half.
Hey, Melissa, what brought you to Texas, by the way?
Well, my husband, he lives in Texas. By the way, your book is $23 here in Target.
Oh, okay. What?
Okay.
More? You want more?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll settle for that.
Yeah, US dollar. It's all right.
Eating into my royalties, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so your husband, your husband's from the States, and you moved out there. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, my husband is Puerto Rican, but he happened to live here, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and move.
I've been the most replies that I've given to people on social media who have read my book was literally the most. I say thank you the most, but like I would say that the second second thing that I say the most to people is sorry for making you cry.
Aw.
Right. And I literally, I've said that. And when I see people, this happened yesterday, when I see somebody like sitting on a plane getting ready to go to like some beach vacation somewhere and they're like brought it along for the trip.
Oh, no.
I'm like, you are
Leave that
going
at
to
home.
cry on that beach. You are going to cry on that beach.
Yeah, my gosh. Once you met Catherine, Ron,
Yeah.
I couldn't stop. I couldn't because it was just the way that you describe her and the impact that she did in your life after everything you had gone through, especially you never dealt with your dad's death. That was huge. And then you meet this woman that just completely changes your life. Like you know, she does what nobody was able to do, which was be happy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just so beautiful. And just the way you always have talked about her. It's always so nice. And same with you, Mocha, the way that you speak about Jenna, your wife, it's so wonderful. And it's so, so beautiful that, a lot of times you don't really hear that anymore, that people talk about their spouses like that. And I feel like that's so refreshing. It's so beautiful because that's what love is just being there, having someone that changes your whole life and be happy, be honest, Maury, about everything and be able to share that.
Yo, you listen. I love it.
I love that.
Melissa,
you're great.
you
Thank
are the absolute best. Thank you for, first of all, purchasing and reading Roz's book.
Yes, thank you.
And secondly, thank you so much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show and being so dedicated, even out there in Texas. Yeehaw! We love you. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for calling me. And I also, if you guys don't mind, I would like to give a shout out to my friend Tara. She loves you guys and she listens to you every single day. And she's there. She's a loyal listener. So I just wanted to say hi to her and thank her for introducing me to you guys.
Hey, shout out to Tara. Shout out to Tara. Love you lots, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Love you guys too. Thank you for calling.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Anytime, brother.
All right. Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Of course, bro.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
What is the maximum amount of days you can stay at someone's house as a guest before it gets annoying?
Ooh.
Deepa,
7?
I'll start with you. What is the maximum, according to a new poll, what is the maximum amount of days you can stay at someone's house as a guest before it gets annoying?
Maybe like 8 days, just over a week.
8 days. Mocha, you say.
7. I think 1
Damn it,
week.
Maury, you say.
2.
Shem.
Like 3?
Oh.
3, yeah.
Before it gets annoying, like after one night, and then I'm like,
1.
oh god.
1.
Yeah, you. Also, zero house
It gets
guests.
annoying. It gets annoying after one day. It really does. 4 is the magic number, according to a new poll. 49% of people say that right there is the cutoff. Also, something that came out of this this poll, they said that 7% of people hide their valuables when they have house guests over.
Oh my God, who are you
We
having
hide our
over?
valuables when somebody
Right?
comes to do work.
That's not a house guest,
Yeah, that's
though.
different though.
No, but we hide
That's
like even the
different.
person coming to change the air filter.
Yeah, but that's
hide
not a
it.
house guest. I understand you hiding it when a serviceman comes over, but like a house guest.
Actually, when Matthew's ex came to sleep over for 2 days, I hid all my valuables.
I would have
Did
hid
you hide
Matthew.
your husband? Yeah.
Yes. You know what I mean? I would have hid his deodorant, like all that stuff that makes him appealing. His hair gel, whatever he uses. I would have hidden all that stuff. Deepa, you said 8 days.
Yeah.
Have you been a house guest for 8 days?
I feel like I was a house guest with my parents for about 25 years.
No. That's called a
No,
child.
but I've been like vacation outside of Canada, staying with family.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And you're there like 6-7 days.
that
or
makes
whatever.
sense. Matthew's family in Portugal.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And how long were you there for?
I was there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Oh, it's too much, bro.
At somebody's house?
Yeah.
Shem, what's the longest you've ever been a house guest?
I'm going to say like a week.
A week,
Like
huh?
a week, yeah.
Do you tend to keep to yourself, or are you just like you try and integrate yourself into the family?
Oh, I'm all about being in part of the family.
You are,
Might
huh?
as well.
Make
Enjoy the
an
experience.
itinerary for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, man, I can't. I try and I give them a break from me. I feel that people at least deserve that if they've invited me into their home. They deserve a break from me every
No
now and then.
way.
Yeah, I do. I can't. I go and disappear for a while.
Where do you go?
Or I don't know. I just go find a place to go. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll
Like the
just go
basement?
sometimes the basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the laundry room. Like, I'll go somewhere where there's a chair, right? Like, I don't go
a stool to the laundry room.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going sitting with the litter box for the cat or anything like that.
Or like
I'll-
outside?
No. Yeah. Sometimes outside. I feel that people need a break from me. That's why I'm a terrible house guest, right? I don't like imposing
What, you
on
show
anyone.
up for dinner?
No, I don't like imposing on. I would much rather just get a hotel, to be honest with you, and I'll come and hang out with you in the day. But then I need a break from you, and you need a break. Believe me, I know you need a break from me.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Adele is blowing people away, so she's finally doing her shows in Vegas, and I guess the end of the show, spoiler alert, is because it's Vegas and
everything's over the top.
Everything is over the top.
Yeah.
But because it's Vegas, I don't know if you've seen the video of how the show ends. So Adele is standing in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
And then just from above, pink confetti just falls.
Wow.
And as the pink confetti falls, Adele disappears.
Like a magic show?
Like a magic show. Her show ends with a disappearing act.
And then does she come back for like an encore?
Gone.
Or this is like presumably after the encore?
That's the end. Really? Yeah. And everybody, like the video, everybody is like, what the? Yeah.
So, you know what's so funny? Is
you
that
have to have magic. If you're doing Vegas, man, you
And
gotta
how
have
many-
magic in the show.
How many Vegas residencies have there been and still are, and no one has done that?
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, listen, you go to
I think
Vegas.
Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
No.
As far
But
as
I
the
mean,
musical
like as a
acts
musical
go.
act, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Like
don't know.
Boys to Men got their residency. They're not disappearing off that stage.
No, Celine wasn't. That's the same stage Celine and like Shania were on, but I don't know what they
Yeah.
do because those stages are all just trapdoors, right?
Yeah.
But if you watch the footage, she's standing in the stage. It's all and it's like people film it on their phones.
Yeah.
She's standing in the middle of the stage and then like confetti just starts to fall, and as the confetti falls, she's gone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool.
I'm
So
into
I
it.
don't know how they do it, or
Do you like that, or would you rather an encore?
no, I'm assuming this was after the encore. I'm assuming that this is how the show ended, is what I got from the article.
I'm into
I
it.
think it's kind of badass.
Yeah.
Right? But people seem to be loving that show because there were so many problems with that show, and
She
that's
made it
what-
up, I guess.
Yeah, I
Wait,
guess.
she also walks through the audience and interviews people.
Does she?
Yeah, I saw
like
footage.
lounge style.
Yeah, like she'll go around and where are you from and blah 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 and talk to people.
Really?
Which I thought was really
Adele's doing the "Where You From"? Huh? I guess you pay $5,000
Well, that's
for
what
a
you
ticket.
do in Vegas.
Yeah, it is.
I'm from
You're right.
Idaho.
You're right. That's what you do in
But
Vegas.
you know what?
Maury.
That's risky because it's like, hey, what's your name? Oh, I'm Stephanie. Where you from, Stephanie? Visiting Vegas. Oh, I'm from Idaho. How you doing? And she's like, oh, well, I'm kind of down on my luck.
I like potatoes.
And like goes into.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
tough.
know?
Yeah, yeah. You have to have people picked out. By the way, it's not Idaho, it's Idaho.
What?
Took a minute.
Good one. Wait, you don't get it?
No, I get it, but like, where did that come from?
It's just, girl. I'm about to disappear right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
They're going to de-age Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5 for the beginning of the movie. If anybody cares about that.
Question, because I was thinking about Indiana Jones.
Yes, sir.
In the first movie, right? The first round of movies, what year did those take place in? I know the movies came out like in the 80s.
It took place in 1940 something, like 40 whatever.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Right.
Because I was like, how are they going to have
Oh no!
Indiana Jones?
Sorry. The first, like, when did the first movie take place? The first movie took place, I think, like around like 1936 or 37 or something like
so
that.
now the timeline makes sense because
Right.
the new movie
Yes,
is in
1969.
the 60s.
Yes.
But I was like, in real life, Harrison Ford is like 1,000 years old.
So they're reshooting something. So like the first Indiana Jones took place in the late 30s.
Yes.
Right. Then they're de-aging Harrison Ford to shoot something that takes place in 1944.
Makes sense.
Right. And then he's going to be appropriately aged for 1969.
Oh,
where
like Back to the Future.
Yes, exactly.
Like
yes.
when they went
Now
to
it
the Old
makes
West.
Yes.
Now it makes
So that's
sense.
why that's why they're dealing with the space race between the USSR and the United States, right? Okay, there you go.
Okay.
I mean,
But
Roz,
anyway,
you've been
you shut up, Maury. Jesus, man.
That was a compliment.
Okay. Okay. All I heard was Maury. I was talking about years, and Maury started to talk, and I knew my feelings were going to get hurt.
So you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Roz, you've been de-aging for years.
Stop. Okay. I will accept that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
At the beginning of COVID, at the beginning of when the vaccination push was going on, when there was all these stories of people, losing their jobs and everything else who didn't want to get vaccinated. And then the sort of real big guy who would not get vaccinated was, what's his name? The football player. What's that guy's name? The quarterback?
Joe Namath.
No, not Joe Namath. Jesus. No.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Thank you, Shem.
Real ones, no.
Yeah. Was Joe Namath all up in this too?
Oh,
yeah.
So many tweets. I think he deleted them, though.
And then you started hearing all these other stories. And one of the big stories that came out of all that, and it seemed like rumor, was that Ice Cube turned down or lost out or whatever it was on a $9 million movie because he wouldn't get vaccinated. Mm-hmm. And you didn't know at the time, like, how legit that was or if that actually did happen, if it was rumor. But here's Ice on a podcast called $1 Million Worth of Game.
Ooh, I know that podcast.
Do you?
Yeah,
Is it
Barstool.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Barstool show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here's Ice Cube explaining.
I turned down a movie because I didn't want to get the jab. I turned down $9 million. Because I didn't want to get the jab. Know, that jab, and y'all for trying to make me get it. So, I don't know how Hollywood feel about me right now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't turn it down. Didn't give it to me because I wouldn't get the shot.
Exactly.
I didn't turn it down.
Oh, okay.
They just didn't give it to me.
Oh, because you wouldn't get the COVID shot.
Yeah, the COVID shot.
Oh, okay.
The jab. Yeah. Come.
I didn't catch it at all.
Yeah, I didn't need that shit.
I don't think I'm a big fan of Ice Cube, right?
I love Cube. Yeah.
Music and movies.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever sit in front of him and do an interview.
No?
He is so intimidating.
Yeah, but a Cube is a weird one because Cube is really the last long while his on-screen brand is playing like the goofy dad in slapstick family comedies.
Completely.
Are you there yet?
Yes. Are we there yet? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his brand, but he's still this.
Like
it's wild to me.
In real life, Cube is not to be played with.
No.
Right?
No. I've interviewed Cube a couple times for those movies. He's great.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know.
He's great.
I don't know. If you get the real Cube.
Yeah, but here's the thing is I don't know what the real Cube is at this point.
I think what we heard right there is the real Cube.
I do not.
No?
No, I think that's Cube with his boys. I think that's Cube cranking it up a little bit.
If I was doing an interview, I'd want this Cube.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Cube that you see in the movies is the one that he puts on. I think this is more like the real
I think
one.
it's somewhere in between.
Oh, okay.
I think it's somewhere in between. I think that there's a middle ground where Cube lives, and it's somewhere in between. Because with Ice-T, right, you see that middle ground more often.
Sure.
Right?
Oh, he's one of the nicest people ever.
Yeah. Cube's super nice, too. Cube is a really, really nice guy.
Like his character in the 21 Jump Street movie.
Yes. He's hysterical. Cube is funny as hell.
He's really funny, but it's so intimidating.
I know. What was his name in Boys in the Hood?
Doughboy.
Doughboy, that's right. Oh, yeah, damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's Doughboy for real.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So much with the whole Budweiser thing at the World Cup. So we know that over the weekend, FIFA announced that Qatar was banning beer sales in all 8 stadiums. This was just 2 days before the World Cup was going to start. And so this was despite the fact that Budweiser paid $75 million to be the official beer of FIFA at the World Cup. Sure. And then after the announcement happened, Bud tweeted, "Well, this is awkward." So you can still buy the Bud Zero, I guess it's called, their near beer, like their non-alcoholic.
Yeah, you
can still buy that.
Yeah.
But what they're doing now is because they've banned the beer sales, Bud has all this beer, these FIFA branded beer.
Did they send it there?
Yes, right?
Even knowing they're not allowed to. They
it
still
was
sent
2
it.
days before.
They had to prep.
Oh
my
right?
God.
So it's
They
like
don't send a day of.
Yeah, like
You know how
bro.
much beer you got to unpackage?
Okay, so they have all this beer now, this FIFA branded beer. And so what they're going to do is they're saying that we will now host the ultimate championship celebration for the winning country. Because for winning fans,
nice.
they've taken on the world. So what they're doing is they're going to send all that beer to whichever country wins World Cup.
If Qatar wins.
Well, then I don't know what happens. Qatar's not going to win World Cup. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But they're also asking for $47 million back from FIFA.
Oh,
that's just like an aside. Like it's not all.
Yeah.
It's not all fun.
Yeah, it's all fun, but also lawyers.
You're right.
Okay.
Right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Leonardo DiCaprio almost blew his chance to be in Titanic. And so this is from an interview that James Cameron did, because I guess even at that time, like Leo was so good and was so in demand. Like you remember not that long ago, it was Christian Bale who said that every actor in Hollywood of that age owes their roles that they get to Leonardo DiCaprio, because he is offered every single role first and they only get cast if he turns it down, right? Like that's how in demand.
Did he
And
do many movies before Titanic?
and it's Leonardo
man.
DiCaprio. Oh my God. Like Basketball
Basketball
Diaries,
Diaries?
Gilbert
Yeah.
Grape, Romeo and Juliet. Like he was hot.
He was the guy.
He was the guy. And so I guess the story was that when James Cameron brought him into Titanic, it's always an insult to ask a big-time actor to audition for a role. They just want to be offered the role. They don't want to have to sit there and audition for it,
Do lines and
do a
stuff?
screen
I
test.
know the feeling.
So this is James Cameron talking about how Leo almost blew it.
We'll run some lines and I'll video it. And he said, "You mean I'm reading?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I don't read." I shook his hand. I said, "Well, thanks for coming by." He said, wait, you mean if I don't read, I don't get the part just like that?" And I said, "Oh, yeah. This is like a giant movie. It's going to take 2 years of my life. So you're going to read or you're not going to get the part." Okay. Every ounce of his entire being is just so negative, right up until I said action. And then he turned into Jack. Kate just lit up and they went into this whole thing and he played the scene. I'm like, all right, he's the guy.
Wow.
Yeah. But even then, Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Bro, I don't read. I don't audition."
You think he has to read now for auditions?
Hell no.
And you know how James Cameron got him back for that attitude?
Yeah.
Was like, bro, I know there's enough room for two on this door.
Oh, you think there was a different ending before this?
Probably. Guess what?
Oh, come on.
You're not getting on this
Wait
door.
a second. You're trying to tell me you believe that Titanic ended where Jack did not die until Leo showed up with attitude, and then he killed him. He decided to kill him.
Yeah, no, James Cameron, maybe like without knowing that it was going to be Leo, right?
Right.
Had written on there that true love prevailed. Two of them got on the door. Everything.
And then that's the end.
Everything was great, right?
Yeah.
What movie ends like that?
Not Titanic.
The original Titanic.
Okay, yeah.
But then Leo came in
Right.
with the hotshot attitude.
Yeah.
And Cameron was like, bro, I'm going to make this door so big that everyone's going to notice that there's room for two. And guess what? You're still not getting on it.
Wow.
It's been 86 years.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New allegations from Adidas employees. This is more from that Rolling Stone article. Have surfaced that about Kanye's relationship with Adidas and what he put Adidas, employees through. And now Adidas is like looking real bad because they let a lot of stuff go. So among the new allegations was an anecdote about Kanye telling a female staffer when in the process of designing one of his Yeezy shoes, he told her to, quote, "I want you to make me a shoe I can F."
What?
Okay. And then they allege other intimidation tactics that were provocative, frequently sexualized, and often directed at women. Kanye apparently regularly played hardcore pornography on his laptop during meetings, discussed porn, and showed explicit photos and videos of he and Kim Kardashian to employees. They also claimed that Adidas execs were well aware of Kanye's problematic behavior and turned their moral compass off and excused his actions. As one staffer recalled, Kanye, quote, would be in a meeting and he'd be talking to you and he'd rattle off on his laptop to play porn. He was like, I know it's uncomfortable, but I kind of need this in the background to keep me focused. And you'd be like, okay. The employee claims to have witnessed West playing porn in meetings on at least 5 separate occasions. Kanye, they say, was like, Kanye was like, see this feeling that you get when you watch this? This is what I want people to feel when they put on our shoes. So I was like, oh my God, this really happened. He couldn't use any other way to describe that except putting on porn. So that's what it was like with Kanye in the boardroom.
Wow.
And this went on for a while and nobody said anything.
That's ridiculous. Like,
Bro, what's that, Deepa?
This is just like a power play move. You know you have dominance over people because he's Kanye West. He figures he could do whatever he wants and will get away with everything. Yeah. And the fact that people knew that this was happening and didn't address it is like highly, highly problematic.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is, though, is that so many people called him a genius. Mm-hmm. And when you're dealing with genius, right, this is apparently what you have to allow them to do to capture the genius.
Yeah. Let them do their thing. We'll understand eventually.
Yes, you just don't understand the genius and how the genius works.
Oof, what a trash human being.
Trash.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Simu Liu is taking to social media to sort of school Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino. So we know Martin Scorsese's feelings about Marvel movies and everything else. And Tarantino, we'll get to his comments in a second, because I don't know if he's doing the thing that Simu is accusing him of doing. So Simu said, if the only gatekeepers to movie stardom came from Tarantino and Scorsese, I would never have had the opportunity to lead a $400 million plus movie. I am in awe of their filmmaking genius. They are transcendent auteurs, but they don't get to point their nose at me or anyone. No movie studio is ever or will be perfect, but I'm proud to work with one that has made sustained efforts to improve diversity on screen and creating heroes that empower and inspire people of all communities everywhere. I love the golden era too, but it was white as hell. So here's what Tarantino said, because this came from a recent Tarantino interview. Tarantino, the first thing he was talking about was the marvelization of Hollywood. He said, there's a marvelization going on, and that's my only axe to grind against them, is that they're the only things that seem to be made. He goes on to say that there's not really much room for anything else, and that's the problem. But what Seema was responding to was, I think, Tarantino's comments on movie stars, where he was talking about how there's no real movie stars anymore. And he goes, you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters, but they're not the movie star, right? Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person to point that out. I think it's been said a zillion times, but it's like, is these franchise characters that become the stars. So I think that he's talking about, like, people
the actual person that you're playing.
It's not Chris Evans that people are going to see as a movie star, like they would a Tom Cruise, or like they would at, say, a Leonardo DiCaprio,
they're
or
going
like
to
they
see
would
Captain America.
They're going to see Captain
or
America,
Iron Man,
right? And then so movie stardom, you would think that Chris Evans could walk over and do another $200 million franchise that wasn't Captain America, but I honestly don't think Chris Evans could.
No. Because he's so much of Captain America.
Right. He's so much Captain America. So I get what they're both sort of saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I sort of agree with Tarantino that, like, because I watched that movie, The Gray Man, with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans.
How was it?
Ryan Gosling is Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling's great. Ryan Gosling's a movie star, right? Ryan Gosling's a movie star.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I thought it was like 30 minutes too long.
But as much as I love Chris Evans, and I think he's charming, and I think he's funny, and I think he's talented, when you watch Chris Evans not in Captain America, Chris Evans really doesn't look like a movie star.
It's weird.
He doesn't look like a movie star.
What about Knives Out? Is he famous from that?
No. I mean, Knives Out is awesome, but Chris Evans is like, he's not the standout of Knives Out at all.
I completely forgot he was in Knives Out.
Really? The sweater, everything like that?
Yeah.
No, you didn't?
Completely forgot.
Really? Oh, I love Knives Out. That second movie's coming out
And he's the
soon.
new Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, well, let's not go there. All that controversy.
Yeah. We don't need
But no, what the hell were we talking about again?
Quentin Tarantino and Simu Liu.
Yeah, whatever. Man, people are bailing on Balenciaga fast.
What happened?
So, okay, a lot.
Really?
Yeah, so they did an ad campaign for their new whatever collection. I don't even know.
Okay.
And the ad featured kids, holding on to these Balenciaga bags. And these Balenciaga bags were teddy bears in bondage gear.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Right? And so everybody was like, yo, like
Can't do
what
that.
you can't do that. And so they said, we sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign. We have immediately removed the campaign from all platforms. They go on to say, we apologize for displaying unsettling. And then people started going through other ad campaigns that Balenciaga have done.
Of course.
Throughout the last little while. And it doesn't end sort of like with the kids, with the bear, with the bondage. So
Okay.
there's another ad campaign where it's just like an office and there's messy stuff all over the office. And underneath all the papers, there's like one paper sticking out the side that you can sort of see words on it. And if you zoom in, what that set of papers are transcripts from a U.S. Supreme Court ruling where they were arguing against a child pornography law.
What?
Okay.
How did that make it into the ad?
Then in another ad, there's a woman sitting in an office, right, with like a Balenciaga bag. And there's like a desk full of stuff. And there's books stacked up.
Okay.
And one of the books is this photographer and this artist. And this artist inside that book depicted children in ways that, like, if you Google the book, like Google won't even show you the images.
Really?
In his art. Ritualistic type things, cannibalism, like all of this kind of stuff. Then in another ad, there's like a diploma on the wall, just with some guy's name on it. And if you Google who that person is, there's a bunch of people with that same name, but one person with that same name is somebody who is a convicted, you know what.
Yeah. My God.
So they have a history of this now.
Yeah.
Right? And so they say, we apologize for displaying unsettling documents in our campaign. We take this matter very seriously and are taking legal action against the parties responsible for creating the set and including unapproved items for a Spring 23 campaign photo shoot. So they're basically blaming the photographer. The photographer, Gabrielle Giamberti, goes on to say that he's received hundreds of hate messages, and then he defends himself by saying, I am not in a position to comment on Balenciaga's choices, but I must stress that I was not entitled whatsoever in any manner to neither choose the product nor the models nor the combination of the same. He went on to say that the direction of the campaign and choice of the objects displayed were out of his control. In these ads, when you're dealing with a company like Balenciaga, they have eyes on this stuff. Everything is meticulous. There is nothing in these ads that is not supposed to be in these ads. So now the question is, has Balenciaga been sort of forwarding pedophilia in their ad campaigns, hoping nobody would notice?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm going to
is the
say
answer.
yes.
Yes is the answer. Yes is the answer, right?
But how did it get past that many eyes?
Because it's deliberate.
Because Balenciaga.
Nobody snuck this
No, but
in.
why would you deliberately do that?
That's the
question for Balenciaga.
Like, that's
Why would you do
insane.
this?
That's the question.
And
You have
these
a
ads
history for
would
this.
have run in like Vogue. And
Everything.
stuff.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be. This
Yes.
is going to grow.
I don't know. But it's a crazy story, man. And didn't they just cut ties with Kanye too?
Yeah.
Because Kanye was too much, and then they're out
But-
there doing this.
So nobody else had noticed this kind of pattern?
Nobody went
before?
looking until the campaign with the kids with the teddy bears.
Yeah.
And then they went looking at all the other ads that have come out recently.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a shocking amount that have these sort of like subliminal kind of things in there. And that's what they're finding out. David Harbour doing a Gran Turismo movie.
He is?
Yeah. So I guess the story of the Gran Turismo movie is that it's not like it's not the video game come to life. It's a story about like a kid who was really good at Gran Turismo, I guess, that went on to become a real race car driver. It's based on a true story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember when I got my license and I said that his driving was just like Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
Right? It is. Driving just like Gran Turismo. So here's so here's David Harbour talking to ET Canada.
So far, it's been pretty awesome. I mean, this director, Neil, I can't even pronounce his last name. It's so embarrassing. Blomkamp or Neil. He did that movie District 9. He's such a brilliant guy.
That's a good movie.
And this young actor, Archie, again, another last name that I'm going to have trouble with.
Oh, no.
So fantastic. It feels like a really special movie. I mean, I think video game movies in general have real problems with their construction because I feel like you want to be playing the game as opposed to watching someone be the character. And our film does not suffer from that problem because it incorporates people playing games in it and then what real life is around that. In this particular Gran Turismo story, it's not like we're in, because Gran Turismo doesn't have any story. It's just a racing sim. So, I don't know what they've revealed about the story, but the story is fascinating.
Probably not all this.
No,
the film
not.
feels
Bro, you got loose lips.
really emotional and visceral and inspiring, and it feels like a feel-good sports movie.
Yo, David
Cannot
Harbour.
wait.
David Harbour is you.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Doesn't know the names of anyone he works with.
No.
I'm not afraid to say I have no idea.
At all.
At
Could
all.
be meeting that person for the very first time in his mind.
We
much like you. Right? Meanwhile, been working with them like face to face, months, years.
Yeah, I stress so much. If I have to see people that we work with, I stress so much because there's people that we worked with for, 14 years. And
Okay.
I have no idea what their names
So
are.
yesterday.
Oh, shut up. Don't.
Yesterday. Right?
Yeah.
The entire show, we were asked to go say hi to a bunch of clients and like salespeople. There's a big meeting happening, right?
Yeah.
And people, the superstars from our sales department had clients there.
Yeah.
And we walk into this room, we're saying hi. And the only thing in my mind is Roz is trying to figure out, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, if you were trying to figure out who worked for us and who didn't. Right? Like out of that big room of people, which group of them work in the hallway right over there, just to our left?
Okay, can I tell you something?
Yeah. And you were probably shaking hands with people who've worked here for like 20 years that you thought were here for the meeting that didn't work here.
Yes. First of all, you're right. And then, am I the only one that goes into a room like that and tries to figure out the difference in the people, right? Like, I realized immediately that the guests were probably the ones wearing the things around their necks.
Yeah.
Because they needed them for
No,
security.
but the
to get
interesting
into
thing
the
is
building.
half those people used to work here.
What's that?
A lot of those people that were wearing the guest passes used to work here
Oh,
for 20
they
years.
don't work here anymore?
No, they all merged to this new company.
Oh!
So you were saying hi to people that
I know.
you've known
Yes.
who were wearing guest passes.
Right. And I was very confused. So then I thought the guest passes meant nothing.
So confused.
Right?
All right.
I was like,
you can't get out of this one.
No, I can't.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So in the wake of everything that went down, the disaster that was Ticketmaster's rollout of Taylor Swift tickets last week, a U.S. Senate antitrust panel will be assembled and hold hearings on the lack of competition in the ticketing industry. Wow. The hearing comes after reports of the major service failures and delays in Ticketmaster's website that left fans furious that they couldn't get Taylor Swift tickets. The hearing date and witnesses will be announced at a later date. And if you remember, Taylor had released her statement saying that she was pissed off and that they had contacted Ticketmaster multiple times to see if they could handle this kind of demand, and they were assured that they could. So,
Of course, because why wouldn't they? They sell tickets for everything, everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah, but
nobody, obviously, nobody
But
saw.
these problems aren't like the
bots?
is that it
No.
took all of it. It took Taylor Swift to sort of put them over the edge, because this is something that fans have been complaining about forever. Like, this happens all the time to people.
Wow.
It just happened on a level that it's never happened before.
Ticketmaster better get their stuff together.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to encounter problems when I buy tickets for the Dude Perfect tour that's happening in the summer.
What in the hell is that?
Yeah, what is that?
You guys don't know Dude Perfect?
No.
Y'all don't know Dude Perfect?
No.
No.
What's
that?
Sounds like adult fun.
Yeah.
No, they like do all
Is
these
that like-
tricks and stuff, and then like it go viral. And they
A
got
band or
it's a group of guys, and they do all these like cool stunts and
Like
tricks
on skateboards and stuff?
with everything.
Like
So
what?
where are
Like
they
making
performing?
trick shot, like they could be in a stadium in the 500 levels and throw a basketball down onto the court, and it gets like a swoosh right into the hoop. Those guys,
I know what you're talking
and they
about.
always go viral for their stunts.
Oh,
They're doing
yeah,
a
but it's
big
all
summer
fake, though.
tour.
The
No,
Harlem
it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah,
not
it is.
fake.
Yeah, it is.
Shit,
It's all fake.
You're a hater.
It's all fake.
I don't think
It's
Ticketmaster
all
will have a
fake.
problem with their ticket.
It's all fake. Google right now, is Dude Perfect
I'm
fake?
not going to Google that.
it. Google
No,
it.
because some hater out there is there's gonna be an article from a hater saying that it's fake. No. Shut. No, Maury, stop it.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
taking
on.
away
Both-
your
both
internet
Bush
access.
and
Oh my
Maury.
God, right in bold. Yes, all the shots and videos are real.
Shut up. No way.
I just said
You mean
real.
to tell me,
Maury
Dude
said- Maury
Perfect?
said real.
I said
Maury said
real.
Maury said real.
Oh, thank you.
No, dig deeper,
Did
Maury.
you see- did you
This is
see-
how
you
Maury
got
gets his.
angry without
This is how
hearing me.
Maury gets his information. Dig a little deeper, Maury. Dig a little deeper. While you do that, Maple
But you're
Leaf Square
telling me,
today.
hold on,
Yeah.
that these guys, they make a paper airplane and it
Yeah.
flies like flawlessly, like a dart right across an entire football field? That's fake?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dude Perfect
You
has
got-
been trying to prove their tricks are real for years.
Yeah, thank you.
Trying to
And they're-
prove.
And they're going on tour.
I love trying to prove.
So
it
Ticketmaster,
instead
do
of
not deny me
have
my
proof.
tickets.
Yeah.
Is Santa real?
Yes.
Guys,
Sorry,
you know what?
Mocha.
If I can't share my passions with you guys,
No,
then
keep sharing. It's
no,
great.
Stop it.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
So there was a report saying that that Johnny Depp was confirmed to be returning as Captain Jack Sparrow in another Pirates movie, because I guess there was a call sheet going around with his name on it, but multiple reports have come out to say that that report is in fact bogus, and
Just
that
like Dude
there is no answer as to whether Johnny Depp is going to be back in Pirates. I think this just all started because they canceled the Margot Robbie female-led Pirates, where she said that they axed that movie. So everybody's like, "Oh, Johnny's back," and then all these rumors started flying. But multiple reports yesterday were going crazy that Johnny Depp was back. But many people who are in those sort of circles say that, not saying that it will never happen, but this is nowhere even close to being confirmed, because the current Pirates project that they're working on, they don't even have a script or a director yet. So that is that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kevin Bacon, thrilled to be joining the MCU. So the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, this is where they come down to Earth to steal Kevin Bacon to lift the spirits of Star-Lord, right? Because we know Star-Lord from Guardians is a huge Kevin Bacon fan.
Huge. When he was trying to explain to Gamora in that one scene.
It's called Footloose. And in it, a great hero named Kevin Bacon.
Okay, right?
So good.
So in the movie, they go down. Star-Lord's
tomorrow, by
a little bit bummed, and they go down to Earth to steal Kevin Bacon as a gift for Star-Lord. And here's Kevin Bacon.
I want to do this holiday special. That's just an immediate, I don't need to read it. I'll be there. I love to do that kind of stuff. In the case of something like Guardians, you have to stop sometimes and go, this is really cool. This is, I got a really, really fun game.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
That holiday special is out on Disney tomorrow.
Just looking up Dude Perfect. Does Dude
Guys.
Perfect use what?
What?
What? I'm just trying to do my due diligence here. I don't want you throwing your money away on a fraud.
Why can't he go just for entertainment?
I'm sick of people on this show doing it, whether it's Mocha buying Dude Perfect tickets or Deepa paying a priest to come to her house.
That was not a fraud. It
Oh.
solved all of my problems.
Also, for clarification,
Yes.
it was a donation
Oh,
to the church.
right. Also,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
the video of the dad from the Colorado Springs shooter who shot up the LGBTQ plus nightclub and then was taken down by patrons. The dad, as far as I know, because he started people started throwing his name around. I guess he's used different names in the past, and he's been an MMA fighter and an adult film star, and then he was addicted to meth, and he was on intervention.
goodness.
And it's this real whack job. And the reason that so local news caught up with the dad, and you have to understand, when you see these stories and you're like, how can somebody walk into a club? By the way, the guy who did all the shooting up, his lawyers have now said that he's non-binary. And everybody's saying that he's probably going to use this as a way to get out of hate crime charges by saying that he's now non-binary. But the dad, you always wonder, who makes these people? Where do these people come from? Where they decide one day to go in to a place like a gay bar and shoot it up? Where does this come from? How is this human created? And then the local news shows up at the dad's house, and the dad, when he first heard that his kid was involved in a shooting at a gay bar, his initial reaction was, "Oh my God, is my kid gay?" And then he thought, "No, yeah, listen to him," because he slurs all over the place. I'm going to tell you what he said. So he's like, "Oh my God, I thought he was gay, and then I found out he wasn't. Phew." So here is the dad when he found out that his kid was the one that shot up the bar.
There was a shooting involving multiple people, and then they were on going to find it at the gay bar.
Yeah, right. And
I was like, "Oh my God, is he gay?" As a scared, "Oh my God, he's gay," and he's not gay. So it's
well, you guys had conversations about that. You were.
Oh yeah,
you
was
told
adamant.
him. Yeah, you were adamant that gay is bad.
I'm a Mormon. I'm a conservative Republican, and we don't do gay. Gay. We don't do gay.
Yeah.
I can't get answers from the attorneys really, but they're saying that some of these, it's involving a gay bar. Or I don't know. I don't know what the heck you did at a gay bar. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's accused of going on a mass shooting at a gay bar and killing 5 people.
Colorado.
Okay, well, that's if he's accused of doing that. He's not gay. I should say that, but he's not gay.
Jeez. Okay. He's accused of going into a gay bar and shooting it up, and he goes, "Well, thank God he's not gay." That's the reaction. And here's more of this guy's thoughts on gay.
I praised him for violent behavior really early.
Praised him for violent behavior.
It's instant, and you'll get immediate results. And you'll always get what you want. You're good at fighting.
Had you taught him more tolerance? Let me be direct. Do you think, he would have been more tolerant of gay people? Apparently.
I think that my anti-gay, anti-schematics, they come from conservative writing. I'm a conservative extraordinaire, and I've been very vocal about that. It was okay to be gay. It's cool to be gay. It's not. I think it's not cool at all. I think it's my opinion about gays is that it's not okay. I think we should stand up against homosexuality.
So you wonder where they come from, right? You're always like, God, how does this happen? How does a guy who's young, get it in his head that this is the sort of...
Where's the influence?
Where's the influence?
As a reporter, how would you stand in front of that guy and just listen and not want to just...
Well, as a
you
reporter...
can't start punching people as a reporter,
Yeah,
right?
as a reporter...
you want to. I get it. Everybody...
Or argue them going, really? And you're a dad?
I know, but that's you got to let him talk, and hopefully, he's going to show who he is and shed some light on the situation. And as awful as this guy is, he shed a lot of light on the situation. That one interview answered a lot of questions because this kid was probably 16 when Trump got into office, right? And then he had 4 years of his old man during formative years of his life. And now you got to figure that all his old man does is sit around ranting all day.
Passed down to the child,
right?
And now we lost these lives.
Yeah, It doesn't always happen, but you just see how easy it is to do that to somebody, to sort of put that in them. It's crazy, man. What a piece of work. Jesus.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to do this right now. Has your name, Mocha, ever showed up on one of these lists of like the most popular baby names?
Never.
Shem, has your name ever showed up? No, Deepa Prashad, has your name ever showed up?
Never.
Year after
year. Maury, has your name ever showed
My
up?
name's not even on those magnets at Disneyland.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Yours?
No. Hell no. Okay. So let me go through. These are the Canadian most popular baby names. Okay. So I'm only going to give you the top 10, and then we're going to get to something interesting here. Okay. So for girls, the top 10. Number 10 is Isabella. Then you got Nora. Then you got Hannah. Then you got Lily. Then you got Charlotte. Then you got Ava, Emma, Amelia, Sophia, and number 1. Want to take a guess at number 1, Mocha?
Is it from a TV show?
No, I don't know, man. I don't watch. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You watch everything.
I know.
Is it a common name?
I would say it's somewhat common.
Is it Elle?
It's not Elle.
What is it?
No, Olivia.
Oh, very nice name.
Olivia's number 1. Then we get to the boys.
Okay.
Them boys. Let me give you the top 10. Benjamin at number 10. James, Jack, Luca, Lucas, Leo, a lot of L's. Oliver. At number 3 is Jackson. And then number 2 is Liam.
Oh.
And at number 1 is... Any guesses?
Interesting.
Any guesses?
Brad.
Brad?
Yeah.
No.
Chad.
Chad.
Doug.
Doug? No.
Bob.
And Bob? No.
Like Noah or something?
Noah. 100% it is Noah.
Is it Noah?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
It's all, Noah
Nice.
is always top 10. So these are the top 10, right? Because this is what parents being like, I got to give my kid like a cool name, like a trendy name, whatever.
I know a kid named Noah.
There you go.
I don't know any Benjamins.
So then you go down the list, right? And on the bottoms of these lists is where you really find the interesting sort of data, right? Because when you start getting top 10, it's parents trying to be unique, trying to be cool, right? Trying to be trendy, trying to be on brand, right? The bottoms of the list of the names when you get to, you start getting to the names of kids that parents felt obligated to name their kid after like a grandfather or whatever. So here, I'm going to go down to 100 and 100 on the boys list and the girls list.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay? On the girls list, you got Iris. On the boys list, you got Landon.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.